What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Blazers Uprise post-game show here live from Alberta Abbey. The post-game show is presented by BetOnline. The Blazers win. They beat the Los Angeles Lakers 127-115. A hot three-point shooting night. Eric, 17 threes in the first half. When we do our live watch parties, it's just a blowout win, I guess. Maybe we have to do one of these a week. People have been asking that for them every game now because it's been successful so far. 2-0 in live watch parties. Thank you to everybody who came out. Shout out to all the people that left early. Not going to be as packed and as rambunctious as the last post-game show, but it'll be a good one. And thank you to everyone who stuck around. This post-game show is presented by BetOnline. Use that promo code BELIEVE for a 50% reward bonus. You got the All-Star game coming up. That should be fun. And the NBA season as well, chugging along. We've been doing good in picks against the spread lately, Eric. So if you want to get in on some of that spread action, use that promo code BELIEVE, 50% reward bonus. Anyway, Eric, we're going to have a few people come up. We'll see. I think some people are have some stage fright right now. But we'll see if we'll get Connor up here, our moderator Connor. You guys have the matching jerseys. Carson had the same jersey. Unfortunately, Carson had to leave.
Yep.
But you guys got there was three of you. Did you get a picture amongst the three of you? Because that would have been a real cool picture.
Yeah, that would have been a cool picture. But Carson left without one.
Dang, man, that's
we
unfortunate.
got the group picture though.
That's unfortunate. Before we hop into things, let me thank Jordan Baker, who's already dropped the GG Hippo. Shout out to Jordan with a $5 dono with the GG Hippo, as is tradition after a Blazers win. Shout out to Chris S., member for 24 months, says it's time to start Shaden with a fire emoji. Shaden looked phenomenal tonight. Matisse Thybulle looked phenomenal tonight. Love what I've seen out of Shaden, though. Thank you, Chris. Shout out Michael V., $5 dono, says, what a fun game. Wame is just that guy. Nothing you can do about it. If Matisse, there we go, we got another W name. Matisse can keep that three ball falling, that would be a steal. Yeah, 4 threes from Matisse. I mean, if he can shoot the ball, then I'm liking that pickup a lot more. This game kind of made me feel a little bit better about the trade deadline, considering our pickups looked about as good as the Lakers. Mostly Matisse. And then shout out Reese Cooley with the $2 dono. Says, hope y'all had fun, so bummed I couldn't go. Thank you, Reese. Would have been awesome to have had you here. Would have been also awesome to bring you on the post-game show. And then shout out PDX Papermaker, a.k.a. Carson, who is here. $20 dono. Says, thank you, Eric, Tori, and clearly a bot for making the watch party happen tonight. It was so much fun and a great atmosphere to watch the game. Love y'all and such a blast. Great win and go Blazers. Thank you, PDX Papermaker. And then shout out Carson. Daniel G., member for 5 months, says, missed this watch party, had IRL basketball. We'll be at the next one. Yeah, Daniel, missed your energy tonight. But I can't blame you for playing IRL basketball. It's been a minute since I've played, and I'm itching to get back on the court. And we're going to have to get a run put together soon.
Yes.
Get a run put together soon. Instead of watching basketball, we'll have to meet up and play some real basketball with the Blazers Uprise community. But anyway, thank you to all of you for supporting. And then, yeah, as far as clearly a bot goes, we'll see if he can redeem himself from last time. Nobody cursed the last time we were here. Everybody that came up kept it clean and family-friendly, and then he came up as the last guy up and ruined that within one sentence. So we'll see if he can redeem himself tonight. He's helped me out a lot with this, so huge shout-out to him. At this point, he can say 10 curse words in a sentence, and I can't have a problem with it. So thank you to him for helping us, as always, hooking us up with this venue. Anyway, Eric, let's start talking about the game, and then we'll bring in a couple of you guys to come up here. We'll try and get to it a little bit earlier and make this a little bit more efficient than the last time we were here. But first, Blazers just come out on fire. They started off down 12-5 and then went on something like a 36-11 run, I believe it was. And they were 17 for 29 from 3 in the first half. It was insane. Trendon Watford 2 for 2 from 3, and then Matisse Thybulle started off 3 for 5 from 3. And I don't know if that's what he finished. Let me get the box score up here. 4 for 6 from 3. He finished 4 for 6 from 3. He was phenomenal. What do you think about this game tonight?
I thought this is probably going to be a microcosm for what we see the rest of the season, and that's we're going to have players left wide open from 3, and that's going to be the game plan against us with Anthony and Damian as our backcourt. And if those guys can hit threes, we could be really good. And almost impossible to stop. If those guys aren't making those open threes, we're going to really struggle because they're just going to load up on our shooters and leave those guys wide open. So 1 for 1 tonight is being about as good as you can get shooting the ball. They shot almost 50% from 3 for the game. So that was really encouraging to see. But yeah, it's just going to be, if those guys like Matisse and Nas and Watford, like you mentioned, all those guys were hitting threes in the first half. Sharpe comes in, hits some threes. So, like, they had it all going. Outside of, I think Cam struggled a little bit. He hit 1 3 in the game, but he was really the only one that really struggled from 3. But yeah, if you have multiple wings that are going to be left open hitting threes, and that's going to open the floor for our guards too. So a good showing for them. And then on the defensive end, I thought they had a really nice game plan. I mean, the Lakers obviously didn't have LeBron, so it's a little easier to match up. But Anthony Davis had it look like he was going to really abuse our defense early on, and they made some nice adjustments. So it was good to have a game where we had a decent game plan on the defensive end, and we shut a team down. I know they scored a lot in the fourth in garbage time, playing some of their good players still against our third string. But outside of that, I thought defensively that was a really nice game plan from Chauncey for once.
I got to make sure my laptop's plugged in before my laptop dies and the stream dies. That would be really bad.
That would be bad, yeah. But yeah, the Blazers hit 23 threes tonight, which is 1 short of their franchise record of 24. So they had 17 at halftime. It looked like they might have obliterated that record, but they didn't really need to shoot that many in the second half. They pretty much had a 20-point lead a majority of the game and just kind of ran with that. Kept the Lakers at bay. They never really got close enough to make it uncomfortable or anything like that. So I think a lot of the credit goes to the defense tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Matisse was phenomenal today on both ends of the floor. We know he brings the defense. If he shot like this consistently, Eric, we wouldn't have gotten him for 2 seconds.
Right.
You know, I know the honeymoon feeling is going to kick in, especially if he has another game or 2 shooting the ball like this. But the game plan has been to give him open threes when he's played for the Sixers, and that's what teams have done in the playoffs. And unfortunately, so far in his career, he struggled to make teams pay. He made the Lakers pay today. I mean, 4 for 6, you'll take that any day. I'll take 2 for 6 out of Matisse. 2 for 6 or better, 33%. I think that's above his career average. So he was phenomenal tonight. His form isn't even that bad. I don't really understand why he shoots the ball so bad. I mean, he has a fluid form. I don't really get it. So we'll see. Maybe Portland will help him shoot better for some reason.
He did miss his first 2. It looked kind of rough, and then he got one to fall, and then all of a sudden it was like he was confident again. So.
He said Damian Lillard's shooting is contagious.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if that was the truth, then we would have won a championship without Farouk Aminu and Maurice Harkless. But
we got to the Western Conference Finals.
As long as it's contagious for him, I love it.
Yeah.
But he was phenomenal tonight, so I already like him more than GP2. We're not going to talk about the GP2 saga today. We talked about it earlier today on our second channel, Blazers Uprise Live. Link in the description box below. We stream Mondays and Thursdays, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We talked about the GP2 saga. I don't want to waste time talking about that today, but we'll update that as this story develops, as the NBA investigates us, Eric, when they should maybe be investigating the Golden State Warriors instead. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Matisse phenomenal tonight. Dame is just in such a rhythm. 13 for 23, 8 for 14 from 3. He didn't even do much the second half. How much did he have at halftime?
He had 30 at halftime.
Yeah, 30 at halftime, 40 for the game. This is just a good game in general because Simons struggled. We still put 127 on the board because role players stepped up and made shots. Shaden Sharpe was phenomenal, I thought. Had some good defensive moments. Had 4 assists. He had 3 assists, last game? And then 4 assists this game? I think that's more assists in 2 games than he had the entire season before then. So, he's starting to showcase more, and that's been fun. Nas 3 for 5 from 3. So role players stepped up and made it easy on the backcourt. Simon struggled, but it didn't really matter. He did have 6 assists, no turnovers. But only 14 points, 6 for 15 from the field.
2 or 5 from 3, though.
2 or 5 from 3. but struggling inside the arc. But it's nice because the Blazers play tomorrow, and then they have an All-Star break, and they're going to be at least a little bit rested for tomorrow, where the Wizards are coming in on the second night of a back-to-back. And
it was to the Warriors, but it was a close game.
Yeah, close game. And I had the Wizards in that. Did I get screwed in picks?
Yeah, the Warriors covered.
They won by 9, dang. Today was a terrible picks against the spread day for me. Absolutely tragic picks against the spread day for me.
I thought you said earlier it was good.
No, I never said it was good. I said it's already looking terrible.
No, I mean, when you were talking about Bet Online earlier.
Oh, we've been good lately, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the ad read, you know. I try and mix it up each time, and I try and think of, new ways I can pitch the ad, right? And we have been doing good in picks against the spread, but I'm slumping again.
You and I both took the Lakers tonight, so that wasn't good.
Yeah. I mean, I should have had faith in Matisse Thybulle hitting 4 threes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's nice because they're going to be rested tomorrow. Washington is going to be a little bit gassed. And you asked everybody that was here, or at least everybody that showed up, a little bit early, you asked people, are you team tank or are you team make the playoffs? And we got mixed answers.
Yeah.
Mixed answers. And I just feel like when we win a game, it's like, okay, let's just make a playoff run.
Right.
And every time we lose a game, it's going to be, okay, let's tank. And that way we're not too upset after every game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how things are going to go. So now, I mean, this team looked good tonight.
We know Dame's not going to tank when he's healthy. So, he feels like, we have the defender now that we thought Gary Payton was going to be. We have a couple of lengthy wings. I don't know how much Knox is going to play, but, Cam's played now both games. We should be healthy after the All-Star break, so we just got to get through tomorrow night's game. So from Dame's point of view, I don't think much has changed in terms of his goals this season after the trade deadline. And for the new guys, they're all potentially free agents this summer, so they're not only playing for this season, but they're also playing for a contract next season, whether that's with the Blazers, if they find a home here, or impressing other teams. So I don't think it's a case where anyone on this current roster is going to tank unless, knock on wood, some sort of injury occurs. But yeah, if it happens organically, I'm fine with it. I'm not going to outright root for them to lose. I do think the best scenario for the Blazers moving forward is to potentially get a higher draft pick this year once again and add to that talent pool. But I don't think that's necessarily what I'm rooting for, like outwardly trying for them to lose or anything like that.
Yep. Anyway, shout out to, where were we at here? Hyper Prime with the $2 donut says Blazers Thybulle greater than Sixers Thybulle. Yeah, I tweeted at Romp, who's a YouTube friend of ours who's a Sixers fan. I told him we taught him how to shoot already. So, yeah, 4 threes. His career high was like 5 his rookie year, I think it was. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, shot the ball great tonight. Let's talk Sharpe a little bit, and then let's bring people up.
Yeah.
So Sharpe today had a couple impressive defensive possessions. In my opinion, he's defensively finishing plays a little bit better just with effort. There was too many instances where he'd slide, stay with the guy, and the guy would go up and he would just kind of stand there with his hands down. And I think he was too scared to foul.
Yeah.
And I kind of can't blame him because he's been called for ticky-tack stuff all year, and that's the rookie treatment that for some reason rookies get. If anything, it should be the opposite. If you're a rookie, you should get a little bit more leeway because you don't have the experience of playing in the NBA.
That's not the case.
No, of course not. That's never going to be the way it is. But hypothetically, if anything, it should go the other way. Give these rookies a little bit of a break. They're already overmatched. They're rookies. Instead, it's compounded. So I think for the longest time he was trying not to foul. And now he's kind of figuring out how physical he can be, and he's finishing plays well, contesting shots better. And then offensively, just some of his creation, some of his off-the-dribble stuff. He had 3 steals today too, Eric,
yeah.
And almost had a 4th where he played a passing lane and the ball went out of bounds.
And he got that awesome dunk from a step within the free throw line. And that was because he deflected a pass and it went to Nas, and Nas passed it ahead to him.
This place was loud.
Yeah, that was
loud when that happened. But yeah, so he was really, really good. I love seeing his development.
Yeah, what he's doing though is so those ticky-tack fouls you mentioned, he was like he was trying to use his athleticism to stay in front, but then he'd reach or like kind of lower his shoulder a little bit. But now you can see he's sliding his body and beating players to the spot they want to go to.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like a wall. So they go around the pick and are driving down the middle, and Sharpe beats him there because he's so quick. And if he can do that consistently, that guy has unreal potential on the defensive end. It's just a matter of, learning the game and watching film and knowing tendencies and stuff like that. But it's very encouraging to see an inexperienced rookie like him develop that way during the season, because he's making plays now where it looks like a player all throughout the season would have had like a wide open drive off a screen or something, and he's not only getting around the screen but beating them back in front of the ball and stopping a drive, and that's been really impressive.
Yep, absolutely.
And a couple of offensive moves he had tonight too.
Yeah, see, that's what gets me excited. It's like just putting his body into a defender, then rising up for a floater. Just some of that creation, because that's where his upside lies. Yeah. The drive he had left into the fadeaway was nice. And he's just playing with a lot more control. His ball handling looks a little bit more sharp. He's reading the floor better. 4 assists. Had that nice drop-off pass on a break where both defenders jumped with him, because you have to send two defenders to the rim in order to block his shot, because he's so vertically explosive. So really encouraging, after a tough trade deadline, to have, one of the guys come in and look really good, and Matisse, and then have Sharpe. I mean, that's where the hope of this franchise lies at this point, is with him developing. So anyway, let's... Romp in chat said, where did he say it? He said something like, glad to get him away from Doc Rivers, with a puking face emoji. So, yeah, we'll take him, I guess.
I got to ask Romp a question.
Yeah.
What is Doc Rivers' problem with Paul Reed?
Okay, so I think I might be able to answer that for you, because I did an interview with Romp on NBA Uprise, which is our NBA channel. We're like 50 away from 1,000 subs. Go subscribe if you want to.
The Blazers should have gotten that guy in the trade too.
That would have been cool.
They should have offered him.
I'd have taken that. But apparently he just doesn't know the plays or something. Like, he really struggles, like, running sets or something. I don't know. But Doc Rivers is like a more old school coach that doesn't stand for that type of stuff.
Him and Jalen McDaniels look awesome together the other night, and Doc's like, yeah, I'll see about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
By the way, the NBA Uprise channel has trade deadline grades coming soon. I've edited like half of it. Shout out to Michael V, $2 donut, says Rising Stars snub Sharpe is scary. Yeah, they should have invited him so we could have stayed in the dunk contest.
How does the NBA not want to market that guy like going forward? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, if he was in LA, if he was a Laker, if he was on the other side of the floor tonight. I mean, do you remember what they said about Talen Horton Tucker? Right. Horton freaking Tucker.
Yeah. Austin Reeves.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if they had a guy like Shaden Sharpe. And then shout out Jack M, $5 donut, says, if you could trade Shaden in for any player in this past draft, how many players would you do it for? The only one I'm taking over him is Paolo. At this point, that's the only one you can. Maybe Matherin, because he looks really good. But, I mean, I still think Sharpe has maybe a higher upside than him. Mm-hmm. It's just Matherin's obviously more safe. Thank you, Jack M, for the $5 dono. Would you agree with that? Would you trade him in for anyone other than Paolo?
I mean, it's tough. We haven't seen Chet yet, so that's also someone that could enter the conversation next year. But, yeah, I mean, we knew this was a high upside pick, and I'm all for taking the player you think is going to ultimately be the best, not which player is the best at the time of the draft, because if Sharpe ever develops that drive game like you said and figures it out on the defensive end, he does have a superstar potential that anyone other than Paolo does not have in that draft. So
absolutely.
I do think that was the right pick, and I do think we need to be patient with him. I don't think it's like a case where he needs to start over let's trade Damon Ant to make Sharpe our future or something like that.
Yeah.
We can make it work with all those guys. I still believe that. But yeah, it's just really cool because I didn't expect even this much this season. I thought we were going to have to force him some minutes, which we did for a little bit.
Yeah.
During the middle of the season, he was not playing well and really struggling on defense and lost his confidence in his shot. But man, he's come back. I don't know what happened. It seems to align pretty much when Chauncey yelled at him to shoot the effing ball. And ever since then, it seems like he's just back to being himself again out there. But this goes back to me for like Simon's development. It's a case where we have the ultimate team player on our roster in Damian Lillard, and that guy isn't threatened. You see a lot of other stars that would draft a guard like Anthony Simons and then another guard like Shaden Sharpe, and they would be worried about their points being taken into cutting into and stuff like that. But Dame will go out of his way to make sure those guys are comfortable and develop and stuff, and he mentors them. And so I wouldn't want anyone else in charge of that. Yeah. And then that's one thing, as critical as we've been about Chauncey lately, I still think over the last 2 years, both the tanking season last year and now with Shaden this year, he's proved that he is a pretty good developmental coach in terms of the young players.
Yep, absolutely. So who's coming up? Who's coming up first? Well, I think the last couple of donos. You want to come up first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Cotter, when do you have to leave by? Because I know you work at like 6 a.m.
He doesn't work tomorrow.
Oh, you got tomorrow off? Okay, you can stay here all night then. All right, yeah. Let's
before
go.
you come up, let's read this donation real quick.
No, come up right now.
Okay.
I'll read the donos while he comes up. Yeah, come on.
I've got like a 7 a.m. Okay.
Oh, you got 7 a.m.? Okay, we'll do Sam first, and then we'll do
I don't have
Chris.
to leave till like 11:25.
Oh, okay,
Sounds
cool.
good.
All right. And then did you want to come up? You want to come up? Do you got to go soon, or?
Oh, there's a name written down.
Oh, is that the? Shh, don't say it.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. Let me thank these couple of donos. Shout out to Jason Hawley, $5 dono, says, it's raining threes, wanted to come tonight, but transportation and wheelchair battery issues held me back. You guys rock. Next time. Thank you, Jason. Would have been awesome to meet you, man. Thank you for the $5 dono. And then shout out Kyle Wilson, who was here last time. He has a $5 dono. He wasn't here today. He says, sorry I missed the show. Had to attend my own birthday party. Wish Kyle Wilson a happy birthday in chat, by the way. Happy birthday. Do you want us all, like 10 of us, we're probably all tone deaf, to sing happy birthday to you? We're not going to do that. He goes on to say, Shaden is MJ 2.0. Now, excuse me. I need to perform my anti-Brandon Roy ritual for Shaden. Yeah, do whatever you got to do. Sounds interesting. I would love to see what exactly that would be.
I know he sat out last year, but
yeah,
I don't think that was necessarily injury stuff. I think that was just yeah. So I'm. It's nice to have a young player that's not.
Well, don't say. I know what you're about to say. Don't even say it, and knock on wood, because you're about to put some stuff out there that I don't know if people would have liked you putting out there. All right.
Yeah. All right. So we got the incomparable Sam Dooley here, and
hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Sam. How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Thank
you. This game was amazing. Anytime the Lakers lose is always a great game. I want to thank you guys for this wonderful watch party. Thank you, Clearly a Bot, as well. So my question for you guys is, will you commit here and now to...
I don't do commitment.
To leading... Oh, your fear of commitment?
Yeah,
okay. To leading the Blazers collective to buy the Blazers from Jody Allen.
Me? You think I can lead that? Huh?
No,
So Sam's plan is to be like the Green Bay Packers in the NFL.
We all have stock picks. We're all invested.
Yeah, we all chip in like $10, and if we get like 1 million of us, that's like
well,
$10
how many
billion
Blazer fans do you think? I don't think there are 1 million Blazer fans. How many Blazer fans do you think there are?
Well, there's
700,000, and probably like 30% of them watch basketball. I mean, so what?
See,
so
even Madden Mobile would put $100 in.
Yeah, we'd have to. I'd have to do the math on that before committing to buying a multi-billion-dollar franchise. But
Okay.
I love the idea and the spirit of it.
Honestly,
So part
we wouldn't be the best managers, but we'd be better than Jody Allen.
so part 2 of that question is Cronin a genius, or is he is this just dumb luck that this first game has just like blown up?
Sam.
Sam's awesome. Dumb luck.
Okay.
I mean, well, here's the
will
thing.
tell.
Here's the thing. If Matisse Thybulle was a 67% three-point shooter, then he'd be the greatest 3-and-D player in NBA history. So, I don't. That's your answer. I don't know
Okay.
if that was an option, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's dumb luck. I don't think it's like genius either. I think it's just, I mean, some players just need opportunity. Matisse had grown out of favor in Philadelphia, and our team is desperate for anyone who can play defense. So, but like tonight, we saw the Lakers' game plan with him in the starting lineup was don't even go put a defender on his half of the court and let him shoot threes. And tonight he made those. And if he can make them consistently, doesn't even have to be 66%. Is if he becomes like a 37% three-point shooter, he's going to be a very good player. The thing I am worried about is the overall commitment to paying players, because all of them are free agents after the season. So if Thybulle is this good and Cronin is a genius and he lucked or purposely went after and got this guy and he shoots 45% from three the rest of the season with elite defense, how much are we going to have to pay to keep him in the offseason?
I mean, he did say during his interview that he is from Portland, and we might have a hometown discount. We never know.
He's from Seattle.
I mean, this area.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe.
I mean, we're the closest thing to Seattle.
There's people out there that would be really mad because there's a lot of Portlanders that, for whatever reason, absolutely hate the city of Seattle. It's not even a sports thing. It's like a, I give you the mic. Give you the mic.
Apparently, that's a hot button issue.
It is a hot button issue.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's one person watching this that's really mad right now. I'm just teasing you.
So,
let me say
for one,
I wanna say
would
something first.
love.
Yeah, well, let me. Man, you trying to take over my mic.
Sorry, my bad.
Well, okay, here's what it's probably going to be. I don't think they're keeping both Reddish and Thybulle.
Okay.
I think it's going to come down to your lineup, point guard
Unless they
shooting.
lose Grant. If Grant leaves,
Let's
then-
just not even. That's just not even a bad.
I mean,
Because
it's
then,
a possibility.
because then, I mean,
Or to
it's
lose
because then
I
it's
know you
pointless.
can't,
Then
but-
every conversation is pointless because we're screwed.
Right.
We might as well. Who's
We
the
were
number one
screwed
pick
tonight.
next year?
Is that finally Mikey Williams after like 10 years?
I don't even.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mikey Williams. Yeah, it's Mikey Williams' time if he leaves. But here's probably what your point guard, shooting guard, small forward line is looking
Oh
like
no, it's
next year.
Bronny, so we can get LeBron.
Oh yeah.
No matter what pick we are, we have to take Bronny.
We have to take him.
You're
LeBron
look-
said he would come to the team where he's at.
You're looking at Dame. Ant is your starting backcourt. You're looking at and then your other three guys, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, is going to be Nasir Little, Shaden Sharpe, and then probably one of Reddish and Thybulle. I would bet that they're only going to re-sign one of Reddish and Thybulle. Now, it could be a competition where whichever one of them plays better gets signed, but also if that player ends up making too much, then it could be whichever one plays worse gets signed. But I would bet against both of them being back in Blazer uniforms next year.
Or they keep Kevin Knox because he's only $3 million and
Well-
they don't have to pay him. No.
I mean, that's possible, unfortunately.
What I'll say though is, at least with Matisse, I mean, everyone seemed amicable with Reddish as well, but you saw like Watford was mic'd up for this game, and it seemed like everyone already loved Matisse, right? They fed off his energy on defense. He had that block right in front of the bench on that three-pointer, and the bench was going crazy. You have Nurkic after the game tweeting out that he loves Matisse Thybulle. So I think
Well, first, do you think that is a veiled shot at the guy he replaced.
100%. Yeah, dude. I mean, these guys are all like, at this point, it's like, ride or die with Thybulle, and we're gonna probably hear that at some point. He's better than any options we had in the previously this season and stuff like that. So I do feel like if Thybulle is part of the culture and he fits in really well and all the teammates like him, that probably gives him a good chance of being kept long term.
And I'll say this, I've never seen the fan base as united on one thing as they are in regards to not liking Gary Payton II right now.
Yep.
So thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary.
And I dare you to show your face in Portland on the last game of the season when Golden State comes here. I dare you to show up, Gary, but I'm guessing you will not.
Yeah, safe guess.
The April watch party is not during that game.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to go to that game
Yeah,
in person.
yeah, we for sure all
Take
have
it
to
out
go.
in person. Yeah. What was your final
They
bit
said
of?
everyone says you can hear it fine.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
I for one really did like the I-5 rivalry that we had with the Supersonics. I wish I'm not saying anything about the quality of Seattle. I'll leave that to the chat. However, I for one did enjoy the kind of, I don't know if closeness is the right word, but like rivalry adjacent that we had with them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm a lot older than Tori, so I was around for a lot more of the rivalry. But yeah, it was great. I drove up. I went to the last game in Seattle that the Blazers played up there. The arena was crap, but the game was fun. But yeah, it was. They definitely need to expand. I think there's enough talent around the NBA. I mean, you see how many great young players there are out there. So I think the NBA could easily have 2 more teams and still have a lot of great teams out there. And so I can't wait for that to happen. Hopefully Vegas, which is another city I'd love to go visit and watch a Blazer game in.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Sure you would.
Vegas and Seattle are expansion teams soon.
If Vegas had a team, what is their mascot?
I don't know.
Chat, come up with Vegas's team name.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see who comes up with the best one. The Gamblers. I think
Gamblers.
that's too on the nose.
Yeah.
They got to get a bunch of Gary Trent Juniors if that's the case.
What's not says the Vegas Sonics? Yeah. I actually like the Vegas Aces, but obviously you can't do that.
Yeah. Shady Kiwi, I don't think that'll be allowed. I don't even think the rest of chat can see that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, Vegas Vipers. Vipers isn't bad. It's the desert, right? They got vipers down there, I think. I don't know snakes though. Armadillos, spades.
Rollers.
Spades is a good one.
Yeah.
Vegas Lakers.
Vegas Lakers.
Vegas Dice.
Fleecers.
69ers.
Tori, you were very upset about the new players on the other stream with the baldy guy. Forgot his name, LOL.
Ouch. That's Stephen Vaughn. He
left.
He was here earlier.
He's not here to defend himself, unfortunately.
Yeah. He actually left without saying bye, whatever. But, yeah.
I don't even know.
Tori used to think I was bald, too, but I'm not.
Kind of. Anyway.
Cool.
You got anything else for us?
No.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for popping up here and sharing your wisdom. And goodbye.
Farewell.
Bye, Sam.
All right.
All right, next up we have Chris coming up to the mic. I'll just make sure you talk loud.
Yeah,
How'd you enjoy the game?
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not as much a Lakers hater as most other people because that's
What?
reserved for the Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hate
Well,
the Warriors
Yeah,
more than the Lakers right now?
First season I watched, the Warriors were the team to eliminate the Portland Trailblazers, and then that happened in
okay.
2019 in the conference finals, and yeah, it's just gone on ever since.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're a Blazer fan, you have to hate both.
Yeah,
Nope,
it's
I
just
don't.
inherited.
I don't
Well,
have to. I don't really like the Lakers. I do. If I had to root for a Los Angeles team in the NBA, I would definitely be a Clippers fan. No
Okay.
doubt about that.
All right, yeah.
absolutely. So, question, statement, opinion, hot take? What you got? Or you just want to say hi to the stream?
Hot take. What are we talking hot takes? Like,
It could
I know what a
literally
hot
be
take
anything.
is. Anything?
What do you want to talk about?
Lakers
Like-
remain trash in the league.
Lakers are still trash, okay?
Yep.
I don't know if that's a hot... I think
Dude.
a lot of people might agree with that still. They did not
Although,
look good tonight. But
the
although
only
they didn't
reason
have
I think
LeBron.
that might be a hot take is because Mike Richmond himself did say the Lakers got better on paper.
Well, I
Well,
think they did.
They did get better. They didn't have LeBron tonight.
Yeah.
But
And
how
it's gonna
good
take
they
a-
are is a question. I mean, I think they're pretty good now. It's tough to tell. Like new pieces, it takes time to acclimate
Yeah,
them
that's
in.
true.
So it's tough. But defensively, they were not great tonight whatsoever. Blazers just lit them up. Then again, Blazers hit a bunch of difficult shots. I mean, Dame capped it off with that buzzer beater 3. I don't know how you guard that. And then the game plan. We talk about like, oh, the game plan should be to leave Scotty Barnes or Matisse Thybulle or, Scotty Barnes or Jared Vanderbilt wide open. And that was their game plan for Matisse Thybulle, and it backfired. So, anyway, somebody in chat thinks we look alike. So, I don't know if that's a good thing for you or a bad thing for you.
I don't care. Honestly. Yeah.
Well, they also think you look like Mike Richmond, too.
Yeah, so I guess we're all
In
related.
today's show, the Blazers destroy the Lakers like they always should.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Locked On Blazers. Let's get into it.
So you just came up here to plug a different
Not really.
podcast?
If I plugged that, I would have opened with that. I only mentioned it because somebody said I looked like Mike Richmond.
Yeah, no, we're just teasing. That was a good impression, though. I can tell
Yeah.
you definitely listened to him. Anyway,
Yeah, they also said you and Daniel G looked the same last night.
why do you guys think I look like literally everyone?
Now you know how
Well,
Markiplier feels.
Any white guy with a beard I look like? Sick.
Apparently, Devin thought he saw me at a Walmart in Sherwood earlier today. And
Do you shop at Walmart?
That was not... Well, I didn't shop at that Walmart today. So.
But you do shop at Walmart.
Oh, yeah, every day. Say, man, it's one of the few places that you can find Pokemon cards regularly, so, yeah. I have a 10-year-old son who's obsessed with Pokemon cards, so, yeah.
You definitely don't collect them yourself.
No, I do, so, I grew up collecting baseball, basketball cards, stuff like that, and then my son isn't really into sports cards right now, so he was really into Pokemon. So it's a way for me to bond with him, but at the same time, it gives me that thrill of chasing, really expensive cards and things like that. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Tori is the Portland meta. Thanks. Anyway, what else you got? It's your floor. It's your mic.
I don't know. I was expecting questions when I came up here. So
I was expecting a question for you, or just okay. What do you want us to ask you about?
I don't care anything NBA.
So
anything sports, honestly.
why did you become a Blazer fan? You said you recently.
I live down in Salem.
okay.
I honestly it's really a local thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of why none of the teams I root for in any other sport is going to probably stay unless Portland never gets a team in that league in my lifetime.
Uh-huh.
Like, the only way I remain a Los Angeles Kings fan if NHL never comes to Portland. Only way I remain a Cardinals fan, NFL never comes to Portland.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll give you one question. If you had to keep Matisse Thybulle or Cam Reddish on the team next year, based on the little you've seen of them, who are you keeping?
Thybulle.
Thybulle?
He may not be a local boy the same way that Drew Eubanks is, but he's still more of a local boy than anyone else.
And I'm going to give chat a poll.
Yeah.
Who do you like more right now?
That's not fair. It's doing this. If you would have.
No. Watch. I'm going to pretend like I never did this, and then when Reddish has a good game and Thybulle has a bad game, I'm going to give him the same poll.
I was just saying.
And then it's going to be hilarious to see the swings. And it'll
Yeah.
actually prove a point. This is
That's
a
how
big
fans are,
brain
honestly.
experiment here, Eric.
If you would have done this last game, it would have been 100% because Thybulle wouldn't even be in anyone's mind, and then now,
This is a social experiment, okay? That's a YouTube thing. think?
I mean, it's gonna be like there's gonna be. I know there's trolls, so it's gonna be like 92% to 8%. But
Yep. Anyway, if you have nothing else to say or ask,
Chris,
then
thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming.
appreciate you coming out, man.
Yep,
Good to meet
I'll
you.
be back.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Vote Archie Diacono. Yeah, my bad. I forgot Archie Diacono and Kevin Knox in the poll. All right, who's next? All right, cool. So we got Mateo, who's been helping me edit. All right. He's my new editor. You've been doing a really good job. Appreciate you. Just shout out to you for that. Everybody thank Mateo for helping me out and basically helping you guys out with your entertainment. Yeah, round of applause. Oh, by the way. So you know this? That thing, he made that. He made that. So he made the intro animation that you guys see every game,
That's cool.
every stream, right? He has a hand in. So shout out to him for that. Anyway, I just wanted to hype you up. Felt like you deserved it.
Just
Awesome
make sure you
intro.
talk loud and kind of in that
Okay.
direction.
Yeah.
Just a few questions. First of all, do you guys think that Matisse earned the starting 3 spot tonight, or is it still up in the air?
I don't think anybody's going to earn it in one game. I don't know how many, like for the rest of the season, I don't know how many games it would take to earn it, because that's the thing is Cam Reddish obviously started game 1 and Matisse Thybulle wasn't playing. And then Matisse Thybulle starts today, but Cam Reddish starts in the 4
Right.
That's great. Yeah.
because Grant was out. So it'll be interesting to see who starts when Grant comes back.
Yeah.
I think with the way, like once Nurkic is back, Nurkic's been shooting the 3-ball well, Grant's been shooting the 3-ball well. Hypothetically, you can handle having Matisse Thybulle in the starting lineup, even if he's not hitting threes like he did tonight, because you have enough shooting on the floor and you need that defensive stopper. The problem is he's more of a guard defender than a forward or big wing defender. GP2 I thought was a little bit more well-rounded, at least when he played last year, but then again this year he was just a shell of himself for obvious reasons. Boo. Anyway, but I think it allows you to put Matisse Thybulle, like, if he starts, will Chauncey put Matisse Thybulle against good guards, or will he resort back to putting Jeremy Grant against I think at this point, if I had to make a bet on who becomes that, I would guess Matisse Thybulle just because of the defense. And it's not like Cam Reddish has been that much better of a three-point shooter throughout his career. He just shoots a lot more, and people think he's a better shooter, but percentage-wise, it's actually closer than you'd think. Eric.
Yeah, I agree. I just think Thybulle's going to fit in, and it allows you to put him on the ball. It allows Grant to be more of a natural defender off ball. I know they've tried to force it to make Grant work the entire season on ball. I just don't like how that's looked, and how pretty much at the beginning of every game we did it tonight too, I guess. So to be fair to everyone else, but we just seem so lackluster with our defensive effort at the beginning of games, and so I think for sure you put your best defensive player at the 3, and I think they were hoping that Nas would take that step and be that guy. It's still possible he could be, but I think for the rest of this season it'll definitely be Thybulle.
Absolutely. I want to thank a couple donos because one of them is related to you. Shout out Play by Play Chase with a $9.99 dono, $10 dono. I always hate when I accidentally just read it off and it sounds like I'm, not rounding. $10 dono from Play by Play says, "Here's the first contribution for our ownership takeover. Are you contributing to the ownership takeover?"
If we all are, I'm gonna have to. Yeah,
Nice.
I'll have a 0.05% stake in the.
Yeah, I think 0.05%
Be like
is what?
0.002.
How many millions of dollars?
Maybe not that much.
If you're balling like that, man, you can be the lead. You'll probably be the majority owner by the time we're done.
Yeah, if it's 4%, or 4 billion.
4
that's-
billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
0.00.
1% is what? 4 million? Math?
It's
No.
$500,000 for if 8,000 of us put up money for the 4 million.
Oh.
That's the Uprise community.
No,
like-
that's not. That's. I don't think that
No.
math is right.
No, a million.
8,000 times 5,000?
500,000.
Oh, 500,000 of us. Okay, I think that's probably closer.
Yeah. Well, anyways, 1% of 100 million is 1 million. So 1% of a billion is actually 10 million. So you're talking, if you had 0.5% stake of a $4 billion,
Yeah.
that's yeah, like something like 20 million. So
Okay.
it's
yeah,
even
so-
worse than it's like 0.0000000.
Yeah.
Zero, logging in on zeros.
You're just trying to flex something. 20 million.
I agree, Madden Mobile. Too much math.
Too much math. Welcome to Math Uprise. We just lost 20 viewers. Dang it. Shout out to Kyle Wilson. $2 Dodo says, Raymond Felton to GP2. Our battle will be legendary. Yeah. Who do you dislike more right now?
I mean, I wasn't really a fan when the whole Raymond Felton stuff was going on, so at this point, it's
Okay.
definitely
Yeah.
Gary Payton.
Yeah.
But I've heard bad things about Felton, so
Yeah.
I'll have to do a video in the offseason, like August, like why Blazers fans hate Raymond Felton when I have no
Yeah.
other content to make.
He, yeah, you've only played here one season, so I mean, Peyton
More
played-
than GP2
played-
though,
played,
like
what,
6 times as much
17
as
games or
GP2.
something, yeah. But he came, it was after like a lockout, and he came very out of shape and was seen eating a lot of cupcakes and donuts and stuff like it,
boy.
and Voodoo Donuts and stuff. So, anyways, but the real reason fans hate him is because after he left the Blazers, after starting a mutiny in the locker room, basically, he called out the fans and said like Rip City was terrible, and he vowed to score 50 on us the next time he played in Portland, and
no shot.
Which
and,
is why
he was
Dame-
never really good ever again.
Which is why Dame being that OKC team, obviously Westbrook and that long buzzer beater was really satisfying. But you remember the clip of
Oh,
Raymond
yeah.
Felton's face afterwards? That was sweet too.
That's awesome.
And then Hail Blazers had a $2 dono, and he says, "Nice work, Mateo."
Thank
So
you,
nice
Go
work,
Blazer.
man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else you got, man? Because that was a great first question.
Well, I had a follow-up question to that, which was like hypothetically, if I also think Thybulle's going to be starting at the 3 for the rest of the season, if we get the Thybulle that we saw tonight, if he can keep this efficiency up of 3-point shooting and defense, would you guys consider the starting 5 of Dame, Ant, Thybulle, Grant, Nurk, with Thybulle, as I said, keeping that efficiency up as an improvement over the starting 5 before the All-Star break with Hart? Given how Hart was playing, not given Hart's
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah. Like I would say talent-wise, it's not as good.
Right.
But
But fit-wise and how they play on
But
the floor.
Thybulle's a much better defender than Hart. So I still am kind of frustrated that we didn't give Hart a chance to come off the bench like he's doing in New York to see that.
27 points tonight, by the way.
But if we just are talking about starting lineup, I think Thybulle, if he can, because Hart only shot, 30% from 3 this year, and he refused to shoot them. So I think it's a pretty low bar. As long as Thybulle can shoot 30% or more from 3 and play better defense, I think that gives him a leg up. The issue is Thybulle's actually, he grabbed some good rebounds tonight, but when you're talking about pairing him next to Grant, and then if Nurkic is out, I know your question was with Nurkic, so that's not quite as big of a problem. But against a lot of teams that aren't injured, like the Lakers were tonight, I think the rebounding is going to be a problem, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. But I think other than rebounding and maybe ball handling, there's no question that Thybulle is a better fit with the starting unit.
Cool.
If he can shoot like he did.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
given that. Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
And then one super quick thing. If I was a betting man and I came to you guys for advice, would you suggest Anthony or Dame to make it farther in the 3-point contest? All-Star weekend?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Who do you guys got going farther? Or doing better than the other?
Who
Maybe
will
they-
make it snow more threes?
Yeah.
Because literally, like the 4 other people in here just ran to the window and like have their phones out, and apparently it's snowing and it's really cold, and for some reason the windows are open.
Oh, it's literally snowing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
Is it
Well,
snowing, Christian?
Yeah, it's snowing.
is it sticking?
No.
Because I got to drive back to Vancouver, man. Who's going to go further? Chat. I mean, I already know what chat's going to say because they love one of these players and they hate one of these players. I'll let you guys.
But I mean, you called last year. You called Karl Anthony Towns. So there's there's a different.
I was on that.
Yeah, there's a different way of like analyzing players in those kind of contests.
I will say, I just think Anthony is going to be kind of cool and collected. Not that Dame won't either, but
Yeah.
Dame's been in it before, so I don't know how serious he's going to take it. He's pretty much only doing it because he's already there for the All-Star game. So I know like Dame will want to win and he's competitive, but I'm going to guess that Anthony does better just because I think that's the only reason he's even going to be at All-Star weekend, and so he's solely focused on that while Dame's going to be doing all kinds of media and preparing for the game the next day and all that stuff. So I'm just going to say Anthony's going
I
to
feel like his form translates well to
yeah.
the three-point contest. I think Ant will need to shoot on the right side of the rack because he brings the ball kind of from his left hip. Dame kind of does a little bit too. Ant's shot is pretty compact. He does get a lot of lift on it, but I feel like, man, that's tough. Analyzing jumpers is kind of the way to go because Karl Anthony Towns, it was like he doesn't jump much. He doesn't waste a bunch of energy. Like it's very kind of casual, and I feel like those guys tend to do better. That's why I picked Karl Anthony Towns.
They did add those 2 deep threes though, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember what it was last year.
But I feel like all these guys can hit deep threes in a contest.
Yeah.
It's just like Dame can hit him in games.
Right,
That's what makes him so special. He can hit him with off the dribble with a hand in his face. So I'm going to go Simons.
All right.
I just feel like his form translates a little bit better. I don't know why. I have no reason for that. Who do you think?
I was leaning Anthony too.
You're leaning Anthony?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just what my gut says. So we'll see. I would love for them to both make the final 3, though.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I'm trying to remember Dame last time. I know he struggled, but wasn't he fighting the clock towards the end or something? Like he like didn't like he went to the last rack and it was like I don't know if he got the last ball off or something.
Yeah, he wasn't
something like that.
And shots quicker. I'll go with that. 58% of chat went with Dame. 42% went with Simons. That's a little closer than I thought.
It'd be cool if that was the finals, though.
That would be,
That would be so
that'd
awesome.
be so awesome.
I was surprised they let both of them come in, but I'm glad they did. Yeah.
We're streaming. I think we're streaming All-Star Saturday night, or at least that's my plan right now. I just wish Sharpe was in the dunk contest because then it would be amazing stream.
Yeah.
Instead, we get to see Jericho Sims.
Could have had Sharpe win the dunk contest, Anthony win 3-point, Dame win All-Star game MVP.
I know. Yeah, it could have been fun.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right,
Awesome, man.
guys.
All right.
Thank you
Yeah,
for all your
thanks for
help.
coming.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Good to meet you.
everything.
Thanks, chat. Yeah. And I'm headed out too, so.
All right.
Yeah, man. Have a good night. Drive
Yeah,
safe
drive
in the
safe.
snow. All right. Who wants to go next?
Stole my question, but
He stole your question?
yeah.
You're going to have to wing it like I do literally every second of every stream.
Hey, Mateo. Someone said you're cool AF, man.
I appreciate it. Have a good night.
What's up, Elias? This is Elias. What's up, man?
Not much. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How'd you enjoy the game?
It was a good one. I was really surprised that we hit that many threes.
Yeah, it was
Make sure
fun
you
in
talk
here.
loud towards the mic.
Project, all right?
You got it.
Yeah, oh, that was beautiful.
Well, my question was going to be who's going to be the starting 3 for the rest of the
Starting
season.
3, yeah.
I think Kevin Knox, man.
Yeah.
Put him in there.
You're a Knox truther.
And I guess my real question was, how much do you want that defense in the starting lineup? Which I know is a lot, but if Sharpe keeps playing well, like the thought of having him space the floor even more, but it would be fun if it was like a night-to-night basis of who we're playing.
Yeah.
But I think that's a little asking too much of Chauncey.
I mean, Sharpe offensively is obviously the best option. if he plays like this more consistently, then it becomes a conversation, because tonight he wasn't a negative on the defensive end. He's just so inconsistent offensively. Yeah. It's just about finding that sort of consistent level, and I think he still needs to get a little bit stronger, needs to get a little bit smarter on that end, but that'll come with time. So I don't know if you want to rush him into that, but he has seemed pretty confident lately. I think it's going to be a conversation more for next year, though, with him. Like, if you have Thybulle back and you have Nas back, and Nas can finally, I don't know. I don't think Nas is really an option at this point, even for next year, because like, I feel like he looks great in practice and has all these really good moments, but then he just can't find consistency in games, and the only reason he can prove that is over these final games. Like, I don't think there's anything he could do in the offseason or training camp that's going to say, oh, well, this dude's ready to be consistent on a game-in, game-out basis, because those aren't games. Yeah. So I think next season it'll come down to one of Reddish or Thybulle, whichever they keep, in Sharpe. I mean, the plan could be, Matisse Thybulle, if he looks really good the rest of the year defensively, it could be to start him, and then Sharpe could come into training camp. It just looks so amazing. You can't resist starting him. It'll be interesting to see.
So we're not making a big move this summer? We're going to kick the can down the road again?
I mean, do you expect us to make a big... Yeah, I mean, obviously, right. If we trade for OG, we'd start OG. I just felt like I needed to say that.
All right, Elias, we've seen like 100 comments in chat here. How tall are you?
I am only like 6'2.5".
Yeah.
I have a long torso.
I mean,
and a slightly taller chair.
Yeah, the chair's up a little bit, but it's very rare that I look like this small next to someone. So chat's going crazy with me looking miniature compared to you.
It's a big boy.
Gonna puff my shoulders out, stand up tall, stick out my chest. Yeah, this is a size competition. Anyway.
Do you think we'll trade for another backup guard in the offseason?
Backup guard?
Well, we already got our backup guard. It's Archidiakono.
Shucks. We're going to use the MLE and trade exceptions on more guards, yeah.
That's your question, is another guard?
My real question was, do you guys have your Cronin apology forms filled out? If not, I can print one out and get it to you.
Yeah.
It's way too.
Honestly, I'm still I'm kind of stuck on how much blame Cronin deserves versus ownership not letting him necessarily do things. Is he just making the most out of a situation where he had a malcontent in Gary Payton and had to get rid of him? Where I do get kind of frustrated is you bring in some projects, but you pass on the number 2 pick in the draft in James Wiseman, who they got offered for Gary Payton instead of 5 seconds. So why are you valuing 5 seconds over getting to see on a team that needs another center right now, or potentially for all the people who hate Nurkic, a potential someone who could maybe show something this year to where you could feel comfortable about moving him in the offseason. So, the question is, for me with Cronin is just, is he able to make that all-in move? Is he capable of doing it, first of all? And is he allowed to do it if it costs Jody money? So I think that's still yet to be determined. But as long as they keep kicking the can down the road and saying next time we'll go all in, next trade deadline, next summer, every time that happens, they say it's going to be the next time. And until they break that cycle, I'm through kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt that next time will be any different.
And we're all on board on tanking, right?
You're trying to get me in trouble with chat. No, I mean, did you see us tonight? We look like contenders tonight. I don't know what you're talking about.
I forgot about this game tonight.
Ask me after a loss, all right?
And also, what happens tomorrow night when Cam Reddish scores like 25 points? Then do we start Cam Reddish?
Oh yeah, we're a prisoner of the moment. We're a prisoner of the moment right now. That's the thing. It's like here's what's gonna happen. Matisse Thybulle, his first month in a Blazer uniform, is going to shoot like 36, 37%, and everybody's going to be like, see, he can shoot. Despite the last 4 years of his career, he's like a 32% three-point shooter for those 4 years. There's going to be a small sample size. I feel like he's going to shoot well, and tonight was the start of it, and people are going to get super high on him because of that, and then he's going to fall back down to earth. That's my pessimistic that's the pessimistic side of me thinking, but I feel like there's a serious chance that happens. I just don't want it to be he gets overpaid because he shoots really well and then doesn't shoot well next year. It's like either, okay, be who you've been as a shooter if you're not going to get better, and if you're going to have a good stretch, like that needs to, hopefully that's something that he continues and that becomes his new baseline.
It would just be hard all over again. We saw him last year.
Phenomenal.
We were all in love with him so much. And
we go on a 4-game win streak with Winslow, Hart,
Yep.
Ant, and Nurk, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Blevins.
Blevins is hitting threes against the Lakers. Sound familiar from tonight, like, so Blevins was the answer after that game too. Like, so yeah, it's going to be interesting how much they buy into sample size. But at the same time, they still have that Knicks pick. They potentially, if they don't make the playoffs, have a lottery pick. And you bring in last offseason an assistant GM like Mike Schmitz, who's known for being a draft guru. So, how much of the stock in the lineup these players is going to be put in over potential and having a draft guy who's going to be probably wanting to use those picks to draft more players and talent that way.
Yeah.
What are you?
Just deep sigh.
That's my move. You can't come up here and take my... You come up here, make me look small, and now you're taking my side move? What the heck?
Yeah, he
dude?
might replace you. I might have some
Yeah.
things to consider here. I mean, obviously, I only work with you because you're a big dude and you sigh hard.
Oh, no.
So,
A little bit of an insider, too. Him.
wannabe
Yeah,
woes.
Allegedly.
Wannabe woes.
Mixed up.
Yeah.
It's time to panic.
Yep.
Anyway.
It was time to panic. It was time to panic. You shouldn't have even brought that up because I'll go off about that. I've forgotten to go off about that, bro. It was time to panic. I mean, it is still time to panic because now we're under investigation because of his ass. So
I think the time of the panic was the signing.
yeah, I mean, the whole time we should have been panicking. I mean, we did question the signing.
We did sit here.
It got heat.
We were negative about signing Gary Payton, not necessarily because of him, but just the implications of signing another 6'2" player and hard capping it. And we took all kinds of crap because I think we were the only media YouTube thing that went live that night after Gary Payton signed, and we had all these new people that had never watched us be like, man, these guys are so negative, Gary Payton's awesome and all this stuff. But
Well, didn't you guys have to go live again?
yeah,
We were streaming for 8.5 hours. You're like, people are like, you should sign off. You've been streaming for so long. You seem exhausted. I'm like, watch, I'm going to sign off, lay down for 20 minutes, and then they're going to sign him, and it's going to be really hard to get up. And that's exactly what happened.
yeah.
That was, wow.
I went to McDonald's and came back and we had signed Gary Payton. And I was like, oh crap! I'm like,
I mean, that's a pretty fitting place to go while
right.
we sign Gary Payton.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, there's something else I was going to say, but I forgot. Dang.
Same thing. Well,
We just sit here in silence now.
I got to get going home. So
All right,
it's
man.
great seeing you guys.
Drive safe.
Alas, man. Good to see you.
Good to meet
Good
you.
to meet you. And my wife, Brooke, is in the chat. I love you, and I'll be home soon.
Aw.
Shout out to your wife, Brooke. She
Hi,
got to
Brooke.
keep her. All right, so you two, right? So you two are up next. Do you have to go soon?
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna have you guys play rock paper scissors in front of the camera, but okay, you come up here.
Do you want to read that dono?
Yeah, shout out to Chris Simmons, who was just up here with a $5 dono. Says, I forgot to mention while I was on that the Blazers are now 4-0 this season when I'm watching them in person. All right, well, you got to go to every game now.
Wait, no, he was here. That's Chris who was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he means like outside of his house.
Okay, yeah.
So
So
he can't watch games at his house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the screen was so big here, Eric, that it was basically in person, is what he's saying. So
No.
thank you to Chris for the $5 dono. And shout out Ole Jakob. with the 20 Norwegian krone. I talked to Jakob the other day, by the way, in voice chat, and he said how his last name was pronounced, and I'm not going to try and say it again because I'll just butcher it.
We don't say it right?
No. No.
Come on, man.
So, yeah. Jakob, my guy Jakob. He was, real cool to talk to him. She says, "Good morning, guys. Hope this event was great," with a heart emoji. Thank you, Jakob. Hope your morning's great as well over there in Norway with the 20 Norwegian krone dono. Thank you. Shout out Luis Nunez, $20 dono. Says, "Great win tonight. How many TPEs did we create with our deadline deals? I wish I could be at the watch party. Hopefully you guys have one next time I'm in town from LA. Hope my dono helps with your watch party costs." Thank you, Luis, for the $20 dono. Appreciate it. What TPEs do we have real quick?
I think we got a full one for whatever Peyton's salary was, so like $8 million, because I think we used another TP to absorb Knox in that deal.
Yeah.
And
So
then
what do
we also have a $7 million one from the Hart trade.
So 8.3 and 7.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
All right, we got Kieran up here.
I think I'm Mateo in a wig.
They think you're Mateo.
Mateo came back up with a different sweatshirt on. Yeah.
Yeah, on God, bro, it's crazy.
Who do we need
I was
to
gonna
ban?
say it. I was
Oh.
gonna say it.
Well, also
Connor, I love how Connor's here. Connor, ban him.
but everyone who says I'm Mateo.
Also, Blaze the Nugs says he thinks he saw me in the meat section at Dollar Tree earlier.
Of course.
We have Dollar Tree.
I'm just kidding. Don't ban him. I don't
He's
know who
saying
said
something
what.
about,
Dollar
you know,
steak.
Don't go on a don't go on a power trip, Connor. I don't know what happened.
Hey, Mateo's like the same height as me. I don't know. He's around my height.
You guys, they were over. To be fair, you guys were both sitting over there. It's not. You didn't look exactly.
Chat didn't
alike,
see
but-
that.
No, but I could see how, like, just seeing you guys next to each other, that people would.
I mean,
mistake
you look like him, and chat said he was really cool, so that's a compliment.
Yeah.
I've gotten Mike Richmond. I've gotten Daniel G in chat. I've gotten the guy that was up here, Chris, earlier.
It's rough. I know. Yeah. I mean,
Wait, Mateo says, "Wait, what's going on?" So even
Oh,
Mateo,
Mateo's back. They think I look like you.
Mateo's thrown up.
I keep thinking that's the camera. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't look at the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah,
It's just all the way over there. So
This is so funny. Eric's on light mode and Tori's on dark.
yeah, which one do you think is better, light mode or dark mode?
It's
Dark
for sure
mode. Yeah, I
dark
don't know
That's
how
for
he
sure
does
dark
light
mode.
mode.
I don't.
Like, how do you even read the text? How are you not blind? That is.
It's just normal. for me.
Isn't this so much more relaxing?
But dark mode is absolutely 100% better. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you change it then?
I don't know. I just don't. Because I'm freaking old. Who cares?
I care. This is like the iPhone Android debate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Shut up, Connor. No, I'm just playing.
Do we talk basketball too? Asked Nick Yak.
No.
no.
This is
We-
Blazers Uprise, but we talk about literally everything except for the Blazers.
We haven't talked about it at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's up, Kieran? How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, it's a long commute here, but I think it was worth it.
Where'd you drive from?
I didn't drive from anywhere. I had to take the bus.
Oh,
That's
you
why
took
it's
the
long,
bus.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm at like Lewis and Clark. So
So how are you getting back then?
the bus. I'm gonna figure it out.
Is the bus? I mean, I'll give you
Yeah,
a ride
there's
if
few
it's too late.
You're in
I got you.
Vancouver. You're in Vancouver.
Well,
Come on.
I don't even know where Lewis and Clark is.
It's
so.
Southwest.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well, I
no,
think that's
I'll-
Eric's direction.
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I don't know. I don't really have questions for you guys.
Well, then
because you guys
stay-
know
this
stuff,
is your
but
chance
yeah.
to
So
state an
I know.
opinion.
That's what I'm gonna say. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a lot
Oh.
of things to say to chat.
So Nick Yak is obviously a Knicks fan. How do you like Cam Reddish so far?
I don't know.
Make sure you talk loud and cut
Okay.
this.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I like what he maybe potentially someday has to offer, maybe, but like that's it. I mean, I don't hate him because he's on the team. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I was disappointed that we got him. I don't know. I would love for him to be an amazing Hall of Fame player. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'd love for him to be like a starting caliber player. I don't, whatever happens, I don't have any, I mean, nothing he's done so far has proven that he's like really good at all.
I love how you threw two maybes in your first statement because that was perfect. Because everything about him is maybe he could be this, maybe he could be that. He just hasn't consistently been good on either side of the floor through his
No, it's
career,
not even
so.
like normal potential. It's just like possibly. Who knows?
It's like Nas, man. He'll show flashes
No,
on both
exactly.
ends, but it's not consistent, and his shot's not consistent. And The thing is, Nas is under contract on a solid deal over 4 years, so that's nice. Cam's a free agent.
Trevin says he just needs tonight's defense with last game's offense.
Yeah, he has some good defensive.
He was better tonight.
Everybody was hyped about that block, but he got back cut.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice.
He kind of fell asleep and made up for it, which I'll take. Just that's kind of the thing with him is what I've seen is he'll fall asleep off ball, and sometimes he'll have really good effort, and he has the length to make up for it at times. But it's kind of like Nas. Nas will fall asleep off ball, and sometimes he can make up for it, but it becomes a problem. So honestly, he reminds me a lot of Nas in a way. He's not necessarily the same type of athlete as Nas at least used to be, but he doesn't have the same motor as Nas. But Nas's motor is inconsistent too. I don't know. That's really who he reminds me of, a bigger version of Nas.
Anyway, there's plenty of things to say about Chad, so I'm not going to hold back.
Well, Dro says, just to warn you, save this kid. Do not get in the car with Eric. He won't take you home. So
That's fine.
I mean, you can believe Dro, or you can get in the car with me.
Oh.
Dro, I don't know if Dro's ever watched us when he's not drunk, so.
Good for you, Dro. All right, that's the dream.
Carson said it was nice to meet you.
He said that to me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nice to meet you too, Carson.
Dro's played with him, but Dro is a character. Dro is, I don't even want to talk about Dro.
Anyway.
Yes, perfect. That's exactly how I'd say it too.
Anyway, where are we gonna start?
Where were you gonna start?
We is how I refer to myself. So, shout out to Chris Brandlin. You're the guy who's always like attacking the same people I'm attacking. I wouldn't say attacking. That sounds negative. That sounds negative.
Wow.
You're like
partner in arms.
You're like a nice guy, I can tell, but you're always on the same. Whenever there's some troll in chat, you're always there. And I don't feel like you really notice me because my name is never in bold because I'm like broke. But like, just respect to you, I appreciate it because you get
Shout
my
out
attention.
to Chris. You hate the same people I hate.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if he hates them. Let's say, whatever. So, I'm. All of the people who came in the chat saying dumb stuff ever, I hate all of you.
Every troll we've ever had,
Every single one.
I agree.
You ruined so many of my evenings.
I love this energy.
Furiously typing on my phone. And trying to, the ad is so hard, especially on the phone. You're like typing out the username. And it's just like.
If you don't get it exactly right, it won't.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It won't tag it.
Arrow, that wasn't directed at you. Don't do that. Anyway.
Oh no, he knows he's guilty.
Anyway, so tonight specifically, I took a screenshot because I wanted to be ready with it.
Of somebody in chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they don't sign off on anything. I'm not gonna say anything like horrible, but like I'm not saying like don't just everyone remember that this is.
Right now?
I'm just gonna. Okay, well, who is it?
I have my finger on the mute button. I'm like, okay, go.
Lil Scrappy 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
He got timed out.
And William Vu. Okay. Like how many times I know you're in there almost every time. How many times do they need to say how it doesn't make any sense to have Simons off the bench? He's averaging 21.6 points per game on like over 45% shooting from the field. Like, and he's getting better. Like he's like not all the way there. Like how is that not a starting player? How's that someone you want off the bench? I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's tiring. It's tiring.
It's tiring for you.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. I find it tiring. I feel your
Well,
pain.
like you said, he's like at least we can just talk when we respond. He has
exactly.
I
gotta sit there and I'm nobody. I got no.
But I have to sit here. It's like, oh, if I say anything that's a little too edgy towards this person, all of a sudden I'm gonna have a Reddit post about me, and
Yeah. Anyway. All the Nurk haters, Coach Jackson, I saw you tonight. I see you all the time, man. I don't know what your deal is. And this is not just you. Everyone who's ever said anything bad about Nurk, Like, is it because he's like big and you wish that you were big? I don't know. Like, I don't, like, you know, I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm a short person, you know,
Are
and
we okay by not? We're not.
This is
We're not
also-
attacking
this is the
anyone.
best
Yeah.
moment in channel history.
Like
right
we're
now.
no.
It's not us.
I'm
it's
saying
him.
like we're.
Yeah, we're fine.
We could say we weren't attacking.
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
tonight.
right, that's what I'm saying. They're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love
They
to be
paid him
some-
to say this.
Right. Like, I get it. Like, you know, you look at Nurk and it's like, yeah, you know, I wish I could dunk. But he does so many things so well. He's so good. Like, he's easily a top 10 center. I don't care. Like, he's a smart defender, you know, limited, but whatever. And it's just, he's just great. Like, it really, like, you go to the game and Nurk misses a free throw and the thing, like there's like an uproar of people saying, "Oh, he's so bad." Like anyone else misses a free throw, they do nothing.
You had a story that you told me
Yeah.
that you went to a game recently and there was 2 Blazer fans behind you.
Oh, Blazer fans.
Heckling him.
Oh my
the entire
god, the
game?
entire game they're saying get off the floor. They're saying
That's pathetic.
You suck. Yeah, it was pathetic.
That's pathetic.
And Nurk dunked, and oh my god, they were. I looked back at them because I went nuts when he dunked, and then I turned around and they were like this. Like they were, and Eubanks. Oh my god! Every time Eubanks was on the floor, like yeah, start Eubanks, and he dunked, and they were like jumping up and down. And Nurk dunked. Like if Eubanks dunks, you saw me tonight. I don't like Eubanks. Eubanks dunked. I was going crazy. I don't care. You know, he's on our team. You know, I'm a root for him.
There was a game a few weeks ago where Nurk hit like a big 3, and the energy was just weird, and like it wasn't like other players when
No,
they hit
really,
a shot.
yeah.
It's so sad, dude.
And it's the fans, you feel it all around. He messes up, or like there's some like, you know, when he misses a layup, the way he misses it, because he's like 300 pounds, is I feel like he looks like, what's the word, like clumsy. And so people attribute that to him, and it's like he's not. Well, he's not really. I don't know. And it's just, you feel this like, this guy, even the nice people who aren't going to say anything, they're just like, oh, here we go again. And it's like, really? It's just a weird perception.
I mean, as a big guy, it's harder to look aesthetically good when you do
Right.
things on the basketball court, and also, you know, with how much he weighs, like that gives him an advantage in certain situations, but makes him look a little slower. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, really. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I have no idea what it's like to be big. I'm
I
like
just don't understand. Like,
5'6".
here's the thing. I don't understand. This is where I identify with you. I don't understand fans that are like mad when Nurkic does well. And they're
Exactly.
Blazer fans.
They're not. That's
you
not
are
a fan.
you.
Yeah, that's a
you
full
dislike
hater,
the
yeah.
guy more than you like the team. That makes no sense. I will never dislike a player that plays for this team. They could bring back Gary Payton II,
Yeah.
who's my most hated NBA player right now. They could
Yeah.
bring back Gary Payton, GP 2 weeks, for all I care.
GP
I will
2.
root for him if he's in a Blazer uniform because I care more about the team than I do about hating a specific
Exactly,
player. The problem is there's too many people aren't only fans of this team, but also seem to, you know, there seems to be a couple people that cover this team that hate
Exactly,
Yusuf Nurkic
bro.
more than they like the Portland Trailblazers.
Who
Drives
cover
me
the
crazy.
team? Like, I'm not trying to call out anyone. Like, I'm not gonna say names, but like, it's crazy how they legitimately like.
I was expecting him to say a name.
What's the? There's a guy you guys like never.
Yeah, we don't gotta say that.
No, I'm not talking
Good job,
about
good
you.
job.
You
I'm
know
proud.
the one guy.
I'm proud of you.
But
Nah,
there's one guy on Twitter who's like lesser. I don't even know who he is, but he tweets things.
He's on Twitter and he tweets things.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Like,
I mean,
and
Nurk
it's just
hates
like,
that guy too. But.
Like, he says stuff, and it's like such an agenda, and so many people have an agenda against. It's so childish. I mean, like, really?
He
Like,
has, yeah.
I don't know.
He has weaknesses, and it's like I can sit up here and address his weaknesses. He also does a lot of good things that he doesn't get credit for, a lot of little things. And but it's just the people, like, I understand if you criticize him, if he goes 3 for 10 or 3 for 9 from 2 or whatever. I understand criticizing him for having a bad game finishing or whatever. But so much of his criticism is so agenda based, and it's just exactly what you're talking about, having fans sit behind you at a Blazer game, heckle him, and then get mad when he dunks, and then will cheer for Drew Eubanks taking a breath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not being a Nurk stan. That's just being like bothered by it. And what was it?
Wait, I have to say something.
Go ahead.
So
What we got?
this is the whole situation in a nutshell. We have Macario Kynes in chat saying, Nurk has good screen setting, but his efficiency isn't what it used to be. He's literally having the most efficient season of his career, and it's not even close. Last year was second. This year is first by a lot in terms of efficiency. So, like, the people who are criticizing him can't even get their criticisms correct of him, and that it just makes it
Tied
look
for a
funny.
career
So-
high from 2 and setting by far a career high from 3.
It was the same with the finishing. It's like, oh, his finishing is so much worse. And if you look at the actual finishing stats, it's actually gotten better.
That's what I'm saying, too.
Like this year wasn't, but yeah.
Eyes don't lie. That's what I'm saying. People look at him and they're like, stats don't matter. He doesn't look. It's like Ant. They say
It's all about aesthetics.
Ant's looks like he's having a bad shooting
Right,
night,
like, people
'cause-
turned
and it's
against
like his
Ant,
numbers don't say that. But
Yeah.
so Armani said, if I were Nurk's son, I wouldn't be 5'6". So I wish I was Nurk's son. Not whatever. That would be life would be so much easier. Not to say that life's.
Oh,
easy
you think
for
my life's
people.
easy because I'm 6'4", huh?
Yeah, I do.
Do I actually look 6'4" because Chad doesn't believe me?
This is just the reality. Okay, this is my
What's
assessment.
the reality about my height?
This is my assessment looking at Tori. I think you have kind of small shoulders for someone your size. Maybe Eric just has big shoulders.
Small shoulders.
But when I see you, you don't you're framed. I think that's what it is. When
I'm
you're on
skinny.
screen,
Now
you
you're
don't
gonna
look-
be paranoid.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a skinny guy. Yes.
You gotta get
yes.
shoulder pads.
I got skinny bones. I think that
Yeah,
might be part
yeah.
of it. Like I got real skinny
Yeah,
bones.
you got a smaller frame. I don't know, small frame. Like you're obviously like
No bone, all muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All muscle, baby. Anyway, yeah, I probably should get going. So
Yeah. Good luck catching your bus. Don't
yeah, let's go.
get into trouble on the way home.
I'll try my best. Great
if
being
you
on
do have
here.
trouble finding a bus, I can give you a ride a
Thanks,
little bit.
thanks, guys. I'll come back in if I miss.
Next time I see too many Nurk haters in chat, I'll just get you to
Let's
come
go,
put the
baby.
hammer down on.
Mod me. Let's go. I'm going there for nerd
This is
haters
not
alone.
planned, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't planned. Shout out to everyone in chat who
Nerd
likes me
haters
now.
gonna
Let's
jump
go.
in.
Hired this
Remember my
actor off
name, yeah.
Fiverr. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's
Alright,
been a
Kieran,
while,
nice
guys.
to meet you.
Let's go. Thank you guys.
Okay, so now Connor, you have to follow that up. Unless you don't want to come on anymore.
Oh, I can.
I mean, you're already a legend. Anybody that watches the streams regularly knows that you're an absolute legend. So, but okay, so this is Connor, aka our moderator, aka a guy that I've met. How many times have we met? Numerous times. So I don't even, everybody else. I'm like, nice to meet you. And you're just basically just a dude now to me. So
Before we get to Connor, though, let's catch up on donations because one was about Kieran.
yeah. Shout out to Shaggy Squid with a $5 Australian dono. Says with Reddish and Thybulle additions and Watford playing well, does Winslow have a role when he comes back, or do you see him being pushed out of the rotation? I think Jabari should play over Winslow. Watford's the backup 5. I guess you can play Watford at the 4, but I don't like Watford at the 4 right now. So I don't think Thybulle or Reddish plays the backup 4. But then again, you do got a lot of wings. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think Winslow should have a role because it should be Jabari or I guess one of the wings if they want to go small, maybe Nas or whatever.
I think it's just going to be determinant on how we do these next, whatever, till Winslow comes back. I feel like Jabari's played well in his minutes. Watford had some really good moments tonight. Do you maybe cut into Eubank's minutes a little bit with Watford? And I don't know. I feel like there are minutes. So if you start Thybulle, but unfortunately Chauncey is probably going to play Winslow, so it's probably not even a conversation. Now, see, there's more people saying I'm small now. I mean, Connor's pretty big, but
I'm shorter than Tori is, though. I'm 6'3".
Man, you should have just went with the lie that I told Chad. I mean, you should have just, yeah.
We
I
gotta
think
get
they would
that
have
out of
believed
though.
it.
But anyways, I think I don't know. As of right now, you have, if Thybulle starts, you'd have Sharpe, Nas, and Reddish off the bench as the 2 through 4, and then I guess maybe if Reddish doesn't play well or Nas doesn't play well, you play Winslow or Jabari or something, or if there's someone else to sit out. But I don't think there's minutes for everyone to play. But yeah,
Connor looks like Nurk, and Eric looks like Drew in comparison.
I think they mean like size-wise.
I know, yeah. Damn.
Set up tall.
Damn. Anyway, okay.
I'm not as paranoid about it as Tori.
I'm not paranoid. You're the one that's always puffing out your chest, deep
What?
sighing, and
I don't puff out my chest.
you puff out your chest all the time.
Okay.
This is your disposition, right?
That's just
Anyway.
my posture.
Well, so I
So-
need to see a chiropractor. Is that what you're saying?
Good posture is puffing out my chest.
I'm on my
This is
computer.
puffing
I'm on my
out my chest.
computer too much, honestly, man. Like my posture is
Yeah.
not good
You
whatsoever.
guys just see me at work. I'm like,
Anyway,
What's up, Connor?
What
How
you
you
got, Mr. Moderator, sir?
I would just like to follow what Kieran was saying earlier about hating Nurk more than liking the team. I would like to go the opposite way and say I hate Drew Eubanks more than I like the team.
Oh, see, that's
No, I don't vibe with
that's
that.
why Tori likes
I'm an
it.
anti-Drew Eubanks agenda.
You know, at least you can admit it. Because people will say that I can't. But anyway.
Zemaster says, my man said random t-shirt with the Carpet jersey. They're not liking the different colored blue, unfortunately.
It was either blue or darker blue, man. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
really know what to do.
I didn't even realize. See, it was dark here, so I didn't even realize
Yeah.
it was blue. Like, you could get away with it. Now it's light, obviously, because we're on stream.
Yeah.
What can you do, man? What can you do?
Wear a black shirt. That's what you can do.
I would if I had one clean, but I don't. So
Just speechless, damn. Well,
See, I don't know. As long as they're wearing blazer, like Eubanks was critical in our tank last year, so I'll always be grateful for that. And he's had some nice moments this year. I don't think it's his fault that he was picked by Cronin to be our full-time backup center, and they felt like there wasn't another need for another center. Yeah, we'll get to it in a second, Chris. But anyways,
we missed a Chris Dono?
it's the last one.
Oh, yeah.
The thing to me is, so I was talking about this with some of the people here earlier. Back in the day, we had Ed Davis and Zach Collins off our bench as bigs, and that was the last time we had a top 10 defense. And ever since then, we've basically been small in the backup role, or it's been like mostly offensive players. So we've had like Cantor twice. We had when Zach moved to the starting lineup with that year, we had like Myers and Scal as our backup centers. And then last year we started the season with Cody Zeller, who isn't really a great rim protector defense. So my question is, how much better would Nurk be and the whole defense be if we had a legit defensive backup center? And unfortunately, I don't think that's Eubanks' fault that he's not that guy. Yeah, I mean, we are pretty much dependent on him to play when Nurk went out, and that was one of the main problems that we talked about before the season started, was if Nurk had to miss games, what size do we?
Yeah.
And that's a problem still, I think.
Eubanks was good today.
Yeah.
One of his best games of the season. Shout out to him. The problem is every time he has a good game, it's confirmation bias. Every time he has a bad game, it's confirmation bias, right? Like, I'll admit when he has a good game. He's had more good games lately than he did earlier in the season. The problem is he still will have a terrible game. Like, he's very hit or miss on a night in, night out basis. I think he's very inconsistent, but it's with little things that people struggle to notice, mostly just how well he's positioned defensively. So that's my biggest frustration with him. Anyway, let's thank this Chris Dono, and then I'll go toss it back to Connor. Chris Brandlin, $10 Dono says, Kieran, pure fire. Yeah, Kieran was awesome, man. Kieran was awesome. Connor's awesome. We got a lot of awesome people in this community. That's why I want to meet more of you guys. Next time we throw an in-person watch party, come out and join us in the Portland area. You know, I know there's a lot of you overseas even that would love to come out, but unfortunately you're overseas. Although it is pretty cool to have a lot of you guys worldwide. But yeah, Kieran, I had no idea what to expect with Kieran. I've talked to him a couple times before, and he's very energetic.
Yes.
Very energetic. Thank you,
He started
Chris.
off kind of slow, but then he really got.
I know. yeah, he found his rhythm, you know. That's the thing is, I was super awkward on camera the first time I went on camera, so I have respect for anybody that could come up here and be comfortable.
Is
so.
this awkward for you right now?
Are you this is
Yeah. You're
No.
cool? You're
you
chilling?
chilling? Nice, yeah. I mean, you've been in chat for so long, everybody should know you.
And
if
I've
they
talked to
don't,
both of
that's
you
it.
multiple
Yeah.
times, so
Yeah,
it's not even
yeah,
getting
yeah.
starstruck here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just this small ass camera on this. Do you think somebody was starstruck?
I don't know. If somebody had never talked to you before in person, then maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, we get random people joining Discord voice chat all the time, and they're scared to
Oh
talk
yeah,
to you.
yeah. People will join our Discord voice chat and just be muted for 2 minutes and then they'll leave. And it's like, I think I need to, every time somebody random comes in our Discord voice chat, I need to say, hi, welcome to our Discord voice chat, so-and-so. Would you like to talk? Like, it's so strange to me. But if you want to join our Discord, link in the description box below. Me and Connor are hanging out in there a lot. I do a lot of like graphic work in there, and I'll even stream it in case anybody ever wants to see behind the scenes. But shout out to Macario Kynes, $5 dono, says, I'm not a Nurk hater, but I want our team to succeed. Love the stream though, guys. Thank you, Macario. Yeah, I mean, if there was a center that was realistically gettable for a realistic price that was better than him, then sure, I'm all for that. It's not necessarily a Nurk thing. It's just more so situational. And we tried telling you guys, like, yeah, he's probably not getting traded, even though a bunch of other outlets, national outlets, local outlets, hinted at the fact that he would get traded. Never thought he would get traded. Sounded like Portland didn't even seriously shop him. So Nurkic is, back, and hopefully he's able to get healthy. Anyway, Connor, what else you got for us?
I had one question. Once everybody's healthy, once Nurk is back, once Grant is back, do you think Cam Reddish gets any run at the 4 in a small ball lineup with Grant at the 5?
I think that's tough because of the rebounding.
Yeah.
I think against some lineups, I think it's more likely that maybe that's how Winslow gets some minutes in those kind of lineups. And then Watford, of course, is a little smaller at the 5 too, so that's technically a small ball lineup, I guess.
Sorry, hold up. We got a comment in chat. It's from Kieran. He says, can someone let me back in? I missed the bus.
F in the chat for Kieran.
Oh, man.
I hear him knocking. Dang, I wondered if he's going to miss the bus.
Yeah.
Can we get some F's in the
Well,
chat
he's going to
for
have to
Kieran?
risk it by catching a ride.
My plate
Is there no more buses?
No, there are, but I was going to waste like 30 minutes. So.
It's going to be 30 minutes?
It's better.
We got a bunch of F's in the chat right now.
Thanks, guys.
I purposely made you miss your bus.
Yeah, we timed that on purpose.
It's
anyway.
okay. You missed your bus because you were roasting chat too much. It's a worthwhile cause.
What were we talking about? What were we on? I don't remember.
Small ball lineups.
Oh yeah.
Small
I didn't
ball.
want this dude to freeze to death, so I got distracted anyway. Yeah, small ball lineups. Was I talking or were you talking?
You hadn't.
What was I saying?
You were about to
You were
start.
saying something about Trent Watford or something.
Was I Watford? I don't even remember.
Someone was talking about.
God
Eric
damn
was
it,
talking
Kieran.
about Watford being technically a small ball 5, but
Oh, we got a Tory Jones burner in chat. Goodbye. Trade Damon, unlock Sharpe. Damon, so overrated. Not even a all-star, says Tory Jones. Sick. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's a solid question, but yeah, rebounding-wise is tough. Long-term, I don't think that's the solution. The problem is they didn't address the backup 4 spot, and obviously that was Justice Winslow going into the season, but I just don't think he's it. I've never thought he was it. I've been on the record since we traded for him saying that he's not it. So yeah, I think you can definitely see some small ball lineups. It's just, I don't think it's something where you're going to be able to play a bigger lineup. If we're going up against the, what's like a bigger NBA team in the West?
Like Denver.
Like if we're going up against, Denver, they got Aaron Gordon. Reddish just doesn't have the strength to bang with a guy like that or the rebounding to handle the boards. So I think it's just more matchup dependent. You could definitely see him go small. It'll be interesting to see how the lineups work themselves out the rest of the year, though, for sure.
I don't really have much else. That's
all you got? All right.
Other than nobody from Rip City Clothing is watching this, but Ryan Arcidiacono is in the game tonight. Send me my jersey, please.
This dude's trying to buy Ryan. Arcidiacono
said-
jersey, and they told him that they couldn't because he didn't officially have a number or something.
Yeah, and he was already announced with the
was-
51.
I don't know if any of you saw the tweets, but they told me that he doesn't have a number confirmed and his contract hasn't been confirmed yet. So it breaks some like licensing rules to send me a number with technically an incorrect jersey number. But now he's in the game, so that order better be processed now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
Did
spent
you
good
take
money
a
on
picture of him in the game on the TV?
I didn't do that, but that would've been
You
pretty
had your
good.
proof.
I can
Well,
go back and watch the
you can just
highlights
go
for
to
that.
NBA.com.
There's going to be
You
a
should
couple
just
of
email
them.
that to them and say, I saw him in the game. He was on my TV.
He's on my TV wearing number 51. Send me the jersey now.
You're really going to get Archie. That's so funny.
For the memes.
You'd
the
probably
memes.
be the first person with
So-
the Blazers Arcidiacono jersey, unless somebody listening to this right now beats you to the punch.
Juicy says you can make custom jerseys at the arena. Yes, but you cannot use a player's name with a different
Yeah.
number, which is what his problem was. And yeah,
But that's the thing. Like, if there's a Jones on the team, I can't get a Jones jersey with the number.
guess not.
I mean, I guess with a more common last name than that, nobody else is going to be named Arcidiacono.
yeah.
Ryan
Eric-
Archipelago.
Can you say it? You know how to say Arcidiacono now, Eric?
Arcidiacono?
Yeah, okay.
About to slander Eric for not being able to say Arcidiacono.
I mean, that's just been a running joke on this on the stream.
And a new boy.
And a new boy, good old and a new boy. Anyway, thank you, Connor, for moderating. We had a Torrey Jones burner and we had an Eric Brandt burner. So if you want to go and just like punish them, then feel free.
Go and whip chat into shit.
It was the same person, to be fair. And this time they said Dame ain't S. Sharpe's gonna be B-Roy and so much better than him. Let him run from the grind. Trade him for Cam Thomas, McHale, and 2 first-round picks, and start Sharpe, McHale, Thybulle, and Drew. Okay, good take. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, it was
I mean,
Michailuk.
I just don't even know what to say to that, dude.
It was Michailuk. I couldn't pronounce.
Michailuk.
I still
No,
can't
you
pronounce
did.
it.
You did mess up Arcidiacono once.
I didn't.
You corrected yourself.
What's up, Demir? Demir's in chat. Hello, guys. Eric, you do look small.
Damn.
I mean,
If
Eric's
you
just
guys saw
catching
this
strays
dude
right
in
now.
person, it's not even
no, it's
close.
fine. I mean, we talked about this a lot, but yeah.
You're actually looking fit now. If you weren't looking so fit, you would look bigger, obviously. So you should just take it as a
I
compliment.
don't look fit.
You look fit.
Okay.
You look fit.
Cool.
You look
I
like
weigh the most I've ever weighed in my life. That's cool.
you do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching back the Rip City 3-on-3 from a couple years ago. I think you look more fit now than you did then.
Yeah. That's because those jerseys we got were like extremely tight. So
maybe, yeah. Anyway,
Like, if you guys saw the three of us in person on a basketball court, it's not even close. This dude is massive, just from a height perspective.
yeah. If you saw Connor on the soccer field, though, soccer player. He's our resident Timbers fan. Anyway, thank you, Connor. Appreciate you and all that you do.
And also on the jersey perspective, I chose a good jersey to wear tonight. Cause
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
played
I mean,
well.
he balled out today, man.
yep.
And once he puts it together, he's going to be really, really good.
We had 3 PDX jerseys here tonight: Sharpe, Ant, and Dame, and they wore the PDX jerseys tonight. So
Damn, we got a Connor burner in chat too. That's crazy.
Dame for Josh Green and Kyrie. Yeah, let's go.
I'm popular. I'm popular enough to make a
You
burner.
got, yeah,
of.
congratulations,
Nice.
you've made it. Aeromancer
That's my
beat you
highlight
to
for the
high.
day.
Connor unhid. Oh, Connor was unhidden by Aeromancer? Aeromancer, what are you doing, bro?
Now we unhit it.
Shout out Carson. I'm sad we didn't get the picture, but you're great.
Carson, drive back real quick.
Anyway, cool. Thank you. And then we got the
All right.
final act.
Connor, thank
Do you remember the last time this dude was up?
No,
You don't? You didn't see it?
I don't think I saw that.
In his first sentence, he said the F word and the S word. So let's just see if he can do that.
Keeping
He
it
said he felt
family
terrible.
friendly.
I was like, no, it was funny. I mean, Eric cussed on the trade deadline stream.
Yeah.
He said some effing second round picks.
That's crazy.
All right, now we got someone who's gonna make me look bigger.
You're not kidding.
What's up? This is Christian. Clearly a bot in chat.
How scared are you right now?
He's not scared.
Not scared.
He doesn't get
I am
scared.
so happy that we got rid of the mitten. And I'm only going to call him that from now on.
Who?
The mitten.
Who's the mean?
The mitten.
The mitten?
The mitten.
Oh. I
Oh, he
think
said
the
something
mitten.
else. Mitten. The mitten is gone.
The mitten is gone. It did not fit us. It is not a glove.
Bobblehead says GP who?
He didn't fit us because he wasn't a glove. I like that. Well done. Anyway, what's up? Thank you for helping us, as always.
Dude, you're like 5'6", and you look almost as tall as me in here. So
I'm
it's just
5'9".
like a weird camera angle or something.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
Maybe it's because you're in the middle.
No, I'm just...
I don't get why, I get the idea of loving Eubanks, but I don't understand the whole Nurk hate. But then on top of that, it's like, the date is there. They say the eye test is the only thing that's reliable. And then we're still here. The man gets paid $70 million. Unless somebody comes up with a great trade to get rid of him, just stop talking about him if you hate him so much. That's what I would say. But, I never win against the haters.
Here's the thing that I have for people. When I go on a post-game show, I just talk about what I see from the game and general themes going forward. Like, a lot of times when I come on a post-game show, people are like, oh, you're criticizing Eubanks too much. I'm criticizing him based on what happened in that game. When he has a good game, I sit here and say, I think he actually had a solid game today. Today, I said that. I think he had a solid game today. I'm not going to be sitting up here criticizing him. The thing is that he's just inconsistent. But it's not like he never has good games. It's not like I can't admit it, right? But that's the thing is, like, I just want people to come into chat and talk about the game. I like talking about the game. That's why I do a post-game show for every freaking game, to talk about every freaking game. And Nurk's been out for, a week and a half? And
it's
a lot of there's multiple people. That's the problem that I have. There's multiple people that will come in here, and that's all they talk about. And then we respond to it, and then people are like, oh, you talk about Nurk all the time. It's like, we wouldn't be talking about Nurk if these people weren't talking about Nurk. We talk about what chat talks about a lot of times. So that's the problem that I have.
I think the only thing I want to say today is I remember being at my first basketball game, and it's the Game 5 against OKC with the step back.
Yeah. That's an awesome first game to go to. Started off on the right foot.
Well, one of the highlights of the game that gets overlooked is Nurk showing up to the stadium. Because
what was that like in the stadium?
It was wild. It was almost as important as
as
the buzzer beater itself. Like, the entire game changes. Like, you can go back, watch that game, and you see the shift of Nurk coming into the game, like, just to sit on the bench with his team. And the Blazers just are able to go back on runs and do what they do. And then, you have one of the most iconic buzzer-beating shots in the NBA history. But I believe it doesn't happen if Nurk doesn't get off the couch to go support his team, And it's those little things that were like, people forget, like, a team sport isn't just about who's on the field. It's every moment about it. And, we just had this whole incident, blah, 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 blah. But Josh Hart took the time to say, like, oh, they're a stand-up franchise, this, and that. And it's those things. Those are the things you want in a teammate. The teammate that shows up even though they're hurt and they can't play. The guy who leaves your team and says nice things, stuff like that. Like, those are the people who value you and you should value back. Not just somebody who comes, takes your money, and leaves. But, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Yep, appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having us back out here again. It's a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah. It's always fun to do things with the community. It would be nice to see more people who live in the area who can come out. Also, as Chris said, the fact that, there isn't more Oregon sports, there's other things that can be done in this venue. If anybody has any ideas, just talk to Tori. There's cool stuff to be done, more community-based things. It's especially coming out of what was the last couple of years, it's important to be community-orientated with everybody. And, I just want to say thanks for having this channel and being so open with people, like creating a space where everybody can like talk about basketball, have fun, and learn. Because like that's the other thing. It's like there's plenty of podcasts like everybody can go listen to. I saw somebody on Twitter say like, "Oh, the greatest thing about my day to day is the Lakers losing, so I can go listen to the Lakers Twitter space."
Right, yeah.
But like whether we win or lose, like our community comes together and we hang out and we have a good time, and that's really nice and that's important to me. So thank you guys for that.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
Yeah. No, that's one of my favorite things about the channel. Like all the crazy stuff I do, with the big time streams where I'm up 24 hours, 36 hours in a row as part of a big stream because I'm like trying to do the most in terms of graphics. It's like I do that because I appreciate the community and I try and put my like best foot forward in terms of production. Obviously, there's still things that can improve, and I like constantly try and improve, and we'll continue to try and improve. But it's because the community in general is great. I know we focus on people that come in the chat and troll a lot, and we give that more attention than a lot of the support we get. But truly, like everybody that's supportive means a lot. And the trolls can be entertaining a lot of times, even if it seems like we're bad. That's just kind of a part of it at this point. So, yeah, appreciate you. Thank you for those words, man. Means a lot. And yeah, thank you for being a part of the community.
Anytime. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Awkward. Feel like Josh Hart here, forgetting to do a handshake. They're saying to bring Kieran back up so chat can have their revenge. Dro had a question for you, bot.
Dro, do you need a charger?
Dro, what's your question?
I don't have an iPhone. I'm Danny. You guys have Android?
Oh,
I have
don't
an
think I have
Android
my
charger.
Android. Do you have an Android charger?
I got you, Kieran.
You guys both have Android?
Yeah. Team Android, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Eric is knocking over a... You should have turned the camera and showed chat what this dude is doing.
Where was this?
It's just there.
What is this dude's like tearing down...
Was it like...
Knocking over an umbrella.
Killing the setup over
Wait, is that umbrella in the speaker?
here. Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like that?
That's not JP does stuff. Look at the one you're sitting next to.
Is it just
What is that on?
Nothing.
No, that's so
What do you
weird.
mean it's on nothing?
It's just propped up against the
It could have fallen and killed us at any point.
I know. With my skinny shoulders, I don't know if I'd be able to withstand this umbrella falling on me.
Yeah, I'd crush you.
You should just turn the camera back to here and the whole chat wants to see it anyways.
You were just standing next to the camera. The camera's over there.
Is that what they're saying?
What, you want to see Eric go through his bag?
No, they want to see me.
So that umbrella Eric knocked over, it's in a speaker for some reason.
Wait, so it was literally just like it was just like that?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It might have been a little tilted back towards the touch of the wall too, but if it's not moving, it's not moving.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
scary.
I don't know. It does make the light cool on the backdrop. I do like that part of it.
Yeah.
Makes it look like on the stream it looks like fractured. Put what on the stream highlights?
Put that whole sequence on your stream.
Oh yeah, I mean honestly, I need to put like I need to make a highlight film from this post game.
Armani says, of course you use an
There
Android.
needs to be like 10 of us like at each stream, just like in the background.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Because, I mean, Mateo was up earlier, and he's helped me out with some editing and stuff. Like, I'm sure, he would be down to, not to just volunteer him for anything, but I'm sure he'd be down to help with that.
We'll just have to wait and see if I can make a whole session without.
I mean, in our Discord, we have a clips thread for people. Literally, I think anyone can post in it. Or it should be anybody can post in it, and if they have a clip they like from the stream, it could literally just be a timestamp with the stream title. They can go to the clip section and post that there, and then it's like easier to make shorts and whatnot. Because I do want to do that in the future. It's just tough, but that would obviously make it easier. Yeah, I would love for people to do that. Like I wish we had 100 people that would do that. Just people who watch stream and just take 15 seconds to go and like clip the stream or just put a timestamp in the clips and media channel.
I mean, I think anybody can post in the clips channel, but people just post random messages in there, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, we have a general chat for general chat, and then we have clips and timestamps for clips and timestamps.
But people just have conversations in the clip channel for no reason.
I mean, I guess that's where we need to moderate it. I mean, you can delete messages on there, right?
I think so, maybe.
Blazers for Life asks how long is Grant out? I would expect him to be out again tomorrow, and then
Back after All-Star.
back after All-Star break. So we have one game, and then it's a long break until the off season.
Yep. I mean, he might be back next game, but I mean, they play tomorrow, and then it's the All-Star break, so.
Kieran, you have a question in chat from Dro.
You might as well just come back up here at this point. When is your next bus? Don't miss your next bus, or else you might have to sleep here.
So there's there's a what's it called? There's like a connection, so I could get on the one in a few minutes, but there's no connection for another, so I can wait.
You're gonna have to trudge through the
30
snow.
minutes,
Is it still
yeah.
snowing out there, by the way?
No, it's not.
You should be our weatherman. I feel like you'd be a really good weatherman.
So, do you think they should sign a backup point guard?
No. I mean, no. I mean, like what? Who? First of all, why would you spend the roster spot? Would they be good enough to play? And they play what, like 5 minutes, maybe? Like I don't understand.
It was kind of funny hearing Cronin say,
Yeah.
"We got Archie Diacono for we needed someone who could run the offense better than Keon, basically."
No, yeah. I mean,
That's
like
what
if you
they're
have
saying.
someone.
He should have had like 3 assists tonight, but nobody on the
Yeah.
bench can make baskets. So.
Dude, so it was so funny. You know the play chat where Arcidiacono like turned the corner on a drive? This place got so hyped up at him turning the corner. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice
we
that.
lost it, and then
He literally
he-
turns the
yeah.
corner off a pick and roll and like looks kind of quick. It literally there was just an audible ooh.
No,
He
right?
doesn't
And he
even
took the
shoot.
3. Everyone was ready to go crazy when he took the 3, and then it almost airballed.
He
like,
looks
front
like
ripped it.
someone.
Yeah.
He looks like someone.
He's good looking.
He looks
He's
like he
good
should be
looking
a.
guy.
He's good looking.
He's a good looking guy, I thought.
You just want chat to
Arcidiacono.
say that he looks like you. So
No, he doesn't look like me. He doesn't look like me.
But
We won in that way in the trade because him and Matisse.
okay.
I'll say it to the camera. They can both get it. I said it.
All right. Well, it's it looks like it's time to go.
You know it. Chat knows it.
Yeah, they can maybe get another contract. I agree.
Come on now.
We'll see. I was wondering when
You don't
Kieran
have
would
to
get. I was wondering when Kieran would get too comfortable.
Medina
up here.
says you look like Ryan Archie.
I didn't say no homo. Did anyone hear me say that? Because I
No,
didn't say
okay.
it.
Oh,
I didn't say it on Mac.
Let's.
Let's just
whether
pause
we
for a
agree with
second.
whether we agree with that fine or whatever, let's just not go
Yeah, I'm
there
not
on the
gonna
chat,
go there.
please.
Yeah, I'm
Come
not
on.
gonna go there.
Anyway.
Earlier, Ryan Arby's meal combo.
What?
What was
I don't know what
Connor
was
just
talking
decided to
about.
have a conversation right behind us.
No, we're all part of it.
Oh, so like the Arby's person?
No.
We might as well just sit here and listen to him.
Yeah. So it's a. Eric's the only Blazers fan.
I'm not a Blazer, bro.
Yeah.
Even Kieran didn't even agree with that. God.
It's not on the
Crappy.
team, man. Come on.
Eric's chest game strong.
Facts, though.
Is everyone drunk? I mean, Kieran is just
Maybe
drunk
that's
off
the problem.
life.
No one's
Drunk
drunk,
off
yeah.
life, baby.
Yeah, Hearts on Fire in NYC. Yep.
Where are we in the standings? Let's wrap up the stream with that.
Yeah.
I guess.
We're almost to 500. One more win. That's crazy.
If we win tomorrow night, we're sitting here at the All-Star break 500.
I know. Is that an accomplishment?
It's an accomplishment.
It's kind of sad.
Drosh.
Shut up, Dro. We are tied for 10th right now with the Utah Jazz.
Let's go. Play in.
I mean, Eric, we're only 2 games out of 5th.
Yep.
So, what about our next, 7 games? You want to talk about those?
To bring up the schedule.
Yeah, come on.
I don't even
We're
know who
fine.
we play after the All-Star break. I was being sarcastic. I know you hate when we do this, so...
No, I can take over.
Okay, let's see. We have the schedule in our Discord, by the way, too. Okay, so after the All-Star break, we have road, home, road, home, road. Kings, Rockets, Warriors, Pelicans, who won't be with Zion because he re-aggravated his hamstring injury, and then the Hawks, who aren't that good. They lost to the Hornets. I mean, honestly, our next 6 games,
5-1.
I mean, you're playing the Kings, who are good, and the Warriors,
I'm
who
not
are.
doing this.
Yeah, Eric, what do you think? What should be our goal? 4-2. If we can go 4-2, maybe we're the 6th seed.
So, at the beginning of the season, Reese invited me to a game. He got like a quarter season.
Yeah.
And of course, because we talk about Zion a lot, so I was like, let's go to the Pelicans game so we can see Zion in person. And yeah, unfortunately, that's not happening now.
Yeah, well, Reese invited me to a game and then didn't follow up on it, and
Well, no, you got invited to a game and you backed out because it was the same time as the 49ers playoff game.
he just didn't even hit me up again. I would have backed out. Because it was a nice playoff game, but I was waiting for him to reach back out to me.
Well, I mean, he probably had other people.
I know.
I'm
just
just
trying to be upset. Okay.
Well, you're throwing Reese under the bus for no reason.
No, Reese is my guy. I'm not that serious.
Eric also went to the second Mavs game and Luka didn't play. Yeah.
No, Reese is all jokes.
We play the Pels on March 1st.
Because I don't know how many of you guys know chat, but the game preview videos couldn't happen without Reese. So Reese is somebody I'm real cool with.
Go Reese.
Yeah, so shout out to Reese.
I feel like you're now subdued.
Some dude.
Subdued. Like
Subdued.
you're like.
Well, I want to let you guys do your show.
You're too chill now.
No,
Like,
I mean, honestly, I'm ready to be done with my show.
Like you came back for an encore, people were expecting a ramp up of what was happening, and now you're just sitting here like not saying anything.
Well, I'm not gonna interrupt the Blazers Uprise.
What do you think they're gonna do over the next 7 games?
I'm looking over the next 7 games.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be 1-6 or 6-1.
Okay.
That's my prediction. I don't really see it any other way. And
So is that one loss or one win tomorrow, or is that going to be determinant on what the next 7 games are?
I think they're gonna lose to the not the Hawks. It's gonna be some team. It's gonna be a team they shouldn't lose to. What was the schedule again? They're gonna lose to the Rockets or something.
We would lose.
Not to the Magic.
What did you do to this?
Oh my god.
What do you mean, what did I do?
Slantons.
Why is it so big?
Yeah.
No idea what happened.
I mean, look at it's up right here.
We might lose. To
I
the
didn't do
Warriors.
anything. It's
Like,
your
that'd break my
Discord.
heart.
No, it's not my Discord.
You gotta. Yes, it is your Discord.
Weird.
What settings did you set for images?
It's always worked right in this one. I don't know.
Close your. Why are you on your Discord browser?
Because I want
Discord browser.
Discord popping up.
You don't have you don't have a Discord app? Well, that's probably why.
I don't have a Discord app, but
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's always worked that way. Yeah.
I mean, I just pull it back
edit
up.
this.
Edit this out. Come on, boo. This is content right here.
It's a,
This is a clip.
now they have you saying, "Why is it so big?" while looking over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew literally half a second after I said that was gonna get taken that way. Yeah.
Everyone like.
And now you're gonna be in a famous.
Yeah,
clip.
let's go, baby. I don't care.
You've arrived.
I don't care. Tori has gotten shorter while on stream. Oh.
Oh, we got this guy back again. Let's see what his great suggestion is.
Oh, and he cursed.
Trade Dame for Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges. Start Thybulle and sign Killian Hayes, even though he's not a free agent, and start him with Winslow. Trade Dame for Cam Thomas. He just said it again. He just said it twice in a row.
And then F Uprise.
Nice guy.
F. Oh, he said F Uprise. Oh. What do you have to say to him, Kieran?
I hope you never know peace.
Wait, does he like the Raiders? Does he like the Raiders too? Because like Dame likes the Blazers and Raiders.
I wish nothing but misfortune on you. For all of your days.
Imagine hating on Dame.
Yeah, honestly.
It's like, you should check out.
I wish pain and suffering.
Mike Ferg says, in all caps, what did you all think about Cam Reddish passing up a shot to pass to Drew Eubanks for a dunk?
Yelling.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm too tired for this.
What did you think of that play?
Cam
Reddish on the fast break.
Honestly, I was kind of felt like he decided a little late.
Yeah.
Like I was happy he did that, but it did feel kind of like, oh wait, I might not have this, and he dumped it because Drew didn't look ready for it.
Yeah.
So like it's cool, like they talked about in the broadcast, like oh yeah, he's passing it, but like it actually, I don't know, I didn't think it was that good, but it's okay. I like Cam, so I don't dislike him. I liked his interview. Oh, I love Trendon, and people talking about Trendon on the mic. No one was talking. I didn't see people on Twitter. Like when Gary was on the mic, everyone on Twitter was losing their minds like months ago.
The man.
What?
The mitten.
The mitten. Yeah, sorry. When the mitten was on the mic, everyone was like losing their minds about how fun he was. And Trendon was awesome. Like that was crazy. I was at the game where both games where Gary was on the mic actually, so I didn't get to hear it. But this one, it was so entertaining. I don't know. Trendon's funny. I like Trendon.
When,
Yeah, he had like a high pitched voice and like said funny things. I don't know.
Sam,
he, like,
what?
yelled. I rewatched it.
Wow, Sam,
Oh,
jeez.
Sam.
Yikes.
I see you, Sam.
Sex bot. He meant to say bots.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
okay.
right.
Yeah, say that. Go ahead, run with that. You know what he's saying. It's okay.
Why didn't you just say it when you were on stream?
Yeah, come on, man.
It's
Well, I wasn't here. I wasn't up on screen. I think he's. probably
Why
looking
does
at
it?
some picture.
Taylor Packer needs to show up to one of these things.
I can never
man.
see him
I
in
need to
chat.
find Taylor Packer and bring him.
Do you remember when the?
Feral Child is saying, Eric, why did you bring your little brother on
Oh,
stream?
come on. Do we even look
I
alike,
don't.
man?
That's just weird.
Could be
Yeah.
my dad.
Yeah, it
No
would be
disrespect.
more like why did you bring your son on? But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad people don't think I'm that young looking. Everyone always thinks I'm young.
Alvaro Bazan, $5 dono. Alvaro was here and then left because he had to go.
Alvaro, what are you doing?
He says Drew greater than Nurk. Now we know why he left. Drew greater than Nurk for
could-
highlight reels only.
we were
laughing
talking.
face
We were
emoji.
talking about that, but like,
He couldn't take the heat with Kieran here. So
Yeah,
he had to
you
leave.
guys would have fought each
exactly,
other. We
yeah.
would have.
We're
This
like
would
the
have
same
turned
height.
into like
Yeah.
an MMA
Yeah.
stream instead of
we're
a.
the lightweight or featherweight.
Yeah,
or
I mean, we
whatever
just
weight
moved the
class,
tables out of the
yeah.
way. We got a nice square room.
There's not a lot of middle-sized people here. Everyone's either really tall or really short. No disrespect.
We don't
I
have
got
enough
one of them.
mid people.
Yeah, not enough mid people.
I agree.
I feel like I'm like the perfect mid.
I don't know. How tall are you? Oh yeah, you said you were 5'9". Yeah.
My dad was 5'9". So.
I think maybe you guys being so tall makes everyone else look short, so then everyone just kind of looks the same.
Perfect mid would be like 6'5".
Do you remember?
Dro wants me to cheat on my wife and kiss you, Tori. That's just weird.
Dude. Kieran, can you and Eric change places? Can you protect me?
You want
Dude, I'm not gonna kiss you. This is ugly.
Everyone I first started watching the stream, like, people would be like, Tori.
Do you remember the Clippers trade when it first went through? You solo streamed for like hours and deleted the stream. That was like a formative moment in my life.
I didn't delete the stream. It was on like my own page, I think,
It
or
was
something.
really?
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I remember I was watching it and you were like,
Yeah.
the fact that you didn't curse was like so amazing. You were like,
I
this
thought he did.
freaking, like he said freaking like 100
100
times.
times,
Everyone
yeah.
in my
If you're
house
on your
was
own
like,
channel, you
what's
might as well
going
let
on?
it fly at that point.
It was crazy, and like you were just like in shambles.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that was like, he's here.
Who's here?
Look at the last person. I'm not reading.
Oh.
Anyways,
The show wrapped up early.
I mean, that makes more sense, but anyway, go on.
what's funny is like in normal everyday life, I curse all
Yo,
the
right,
freaking time.
I've noticed.
So like here, like on stream, I think I mean, outside of the moments, like we're live and I have to watch our team trade Gary Payton for 5 seconds instead of Sadiq Bey or James Wiseman and and all that,
That
stuff.
was beautiful.
So yeah, like I get frustrated and let one out, but for the most part, I think I do a pretty good job of containing
right, it was
my
crazy.
normal.
Because you look like I think my brother looked on or something and was like, what's his deal? Because it's like you look so mad.
I was mad.
But you were able. No, because I was mad too. I was like using it, but you were still like I was cursing, like standing alone there. Like,
and I couldn't get a hold of Tori that day.
yeah, no,
Like-
exactly. Tori wasn't there, and you were
Like-
like, oh my
Like
god.
I can't even tell Tori about this crappy ass
Yeah,
stream.
I told Eric I was sleeping. I was just so mad at, you know.
That was so sad. That was a sad.
Well, it's like, I have work and stuff too. So like I can't like cuss at customers and stuff. So
Yeah,
like
right.
like there's times
Yeah.
when I have some background in it,
Well,
but
in the trade
every once in a while I
deadline,
can't.
the trade deadline this year, I slept in and I woke up and saw.
Oh, you
when we
didn't watch
traded.
all 5 hours?
No, I didn't. That's
jeez,
well, I
man.
went back and watched.
Yeah.
But I saw someone said something about you cursing on stream. I was like, I gotta go back, and I saw it, and it was glorious. I'm not gonna lie, because it was. Oh my god, that was such a thing to
Did
wake
you
up
mean?
to.
Okay, so did
Yeah.
you mean to, or was that just like an accident?
Me?
Yeah, when you curse on the deadline stream.
I never mean to curse on purpose.
You never mean to curse on purpose.
I mean, I guess I think there was one stream where you started cursing, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to curse too, but I forget which one that was, but for the most part, yeah, if I curse, it's an accident.
Okay, because I've always wondered.
Yeah.
Because most of the time when I do it, I'll kind of plan it.
No, yeah.
I don't think I ever accidentally. Maybe I do.
Like I've told this many times, but I just like say how I feel and I wear my heart on my sleeve. So like that was just like an actual like what I was feeling in that moment when when I found out about it. But
and I was just laughing.
Eric, I work in customer support too, and I cuss way more.
That's fine.
So,
Yeah.
There's just a maturity level here.
Yeah.
Andy, you should tag that in the clips thing. That's a great clip. That's like the number one. There was one you did it. It was a few months ago. Something about defending Nurk, and it was perfect. Like I don't know if it was one of the two of you, and you just like were like, okay, we're just gonna settle this, and I clipped that. I wrote it down, but there's a lot of moments.
yeah. But yeah, then we get people say like, "You guys are so negative and stuff." It's like I just talk about what I see and what happens. Like, yeah, I'd love for some more positive stuff to happen.
Yeah, no,
like us to actually. I mean, the frickin' Phoenix Suns got Kevin Durant, and like
Yeah.
we're supposed to be happy about trading for Cam Reddish. And like, what are we doing here? You know, like.
I had a tweet earlier today. I said Matisse has been awesome and Cam has been terrible.
Someone said,
and somebody was
"Don't
like,
miss your
"Tori's
bus."
being so negative." It's like, man, you ignore the positive. I said something positive with it, but I mean, if you guys have watched it all season, you guys have known that I've been more optimistic than pretty much anyone or covering the team or anyone in chat even. And people after bad losses are always on me to be more negative. And now it's like I'm negative again. It's when you hear both, that's a good thing. When you're too positive and you're too negative, that's when you know you're probably doing it just right.
Does anyone in chat know if any of the players were asked about Gary Payton?
Yeah. Or I wonder if
Joe's so weird.
I wonder if Portland, like people who run the press conferences told them
That's
not to
off
ask.
limits. I wouldn't say that. They were not.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Hiking, like his podcast that he posted after the whole thing, or like at some point he said something about like how like in the front office could tell how upset the fan base was from social media and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was one of the questions for Cronin.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was. Yeah, but someone said like the general consensus on social media is people are upset over the trade deadline. What would you say to that or something?
That was an awesome question.
Yeah.
I love that. And Cronin said, like, which I guess, I don't know if that's what you should say, but the thing about the mitten, that there was nothing. It was just the opportunity to get, a bunch of second
We'd welcome
rounders.
him back.
Yeah, exactly.
We love
him.
Gary.
He's just such like a nice guy for no reason.
Yeah. I really want him to turn heel and
that'd be
just go after Golden State and Gary and say that he was like a complete terrible person the whole time he was here and stuff. Yeah, and that Golden State's lying because they regretted trading for him once they realized that he was a liar during his physical and stuff like that. That would be cool. Come on, Dro.
Anyway, are you sure you got a bus at this point?
Yeah, so it was like 30 more minutes from whenever. 13?
All right.
13 minutes from now?
Yeah, cool.
We should probably
let's get out of here.
Christian get out of here though.
Yeah. Because I'm tired and I'm yawning.
I'll be on.
Yeah. Anyway, let me.
If you want more of our thoughts on the Gary Payton situation, after picks against the spread on our second channel, Blazers Uprise Live, earlier today, we had a bit of a rant / talk about that. So go check that out if you want to hear more of our thoughts about that loser, Gary Payton.
Yep. That's our second channel. Link in description. We'll have a stream tomorrow, and then on Thursday, let's just do it at 3:30 still, because I have rec league, or we could do it at 9:30.
On what?
On Thursday. Because there's no games or whatever. We'll still do Blazers Uprise Live on Thursday. Do you want to do it 3:30 or 9:30?
It doesn't matter to me.
Because normally during the off season we switch it to 9:30 p.m. We switch it to night, but then we switch it to 3:30 p.m. during the season because we do picks against the spread, obviously. So we do it before games start. Chat, I'll give you guys a poll. Actually, I'll just ask chat. Yeah, so we'll have a postgame show tomorrow, then Blazers Uprise Live on Thursday.
And thanks everyone for coming out tonight. That did. It was a lot of fun to meet some new people, and for those that came back for the second time, it was also good to see you again. And yeah, just hopefully we can all get together like this in the future again. And thanks to all who watched as well. And I hope everyone has a good night.
Yep, vote for what time you want that stream to be. It looks like...
what time do you want it to be, Kieran?
Yeah, Kieran.
You can use my vote.
Let's see. Raise Uprise Live time on Thursday. What's the incentive for it being at 9:30? Just for fun?
There's no difference.
9:30 would be fun.
Cool.
I'm busy at 3:30 usually.
All right. It looks like we're doing 9:30 p.m. on Thursday. So post-game show tomorrow, and then All-Star break. Then on Thursday, Blazers Uprise Live, 9:30. And I think on the following Monday, it's still the All-Star break. We'll do it at 9:30. We'll probably have a stream for All-Star Saturday night. We'll tweet that out on the Blazers Uprise Twitter page, Blazers Uprise YT. And we'll also let you guys know in our Discord, so you can join that as well. With that being said, that's a wrap for this post-game show brought to you by Bet Online. Thank you to Alberta Abbey for hosting this in-person watch party. Thank you to everyone who came out. Alberta Abbey, if you're interested in potentially hosting an event or attending an event, go to albertaabbey.org. Huge thank you to them.
I saw they have a concert here on Friday, I believe, with some local artists. So come check that out if you're interested in that kind of thing.
Yep, they do some real cool stuff, so I appreciate them. Shout out to my guy JP for helping me out with this. Shout out to Clearly a Bot, and shout out to everyone that tuned in. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you guys tomorrow before we hit the All-Star break. We'll see if the Blazers can get back to 500, as they did get a win tonight. Shoot the lights out. 23 three-pointers, 17 in the first half by this team. Phenomenal shooting night. Dame with 40. Matisse Thybulle, a good Blazer debut. Nasir Little, Shaden Sharpe, good off the bench. It was a fun game. Fun to be here for that. Anyway, that's a wrap. We're out of here. We'll catch you next time. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.